Ah, we got it now? Why are you here?
I was trying to see.
No, it's fixed. Go away.
Okay.
Right, now let's pretend we will do that again, right? And we'll all pretend together that Connor didn't just mess up. Because we're blaming Connor. No matter what happens, I'm blaming Connor. So Connor, apologise to the good people. Don't know what happened, honestly. But we'll get into it. So, will we do this again? We'll do it again. Let me get the right mic on. Can we still hear me? We still have an audio bar? Yes, good. Now, let's go. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. What is up, my friends? Finally, the match day is here and we are ready for another edition of the Merseyside Derby. Everton coming to Anfield to take on, well, the champions-elect. And we're going to get the job done tonight, aren't we, my friends? Come on, positivity. We got the sound working. What more do you want? Right, the team news has just landed. So that was a lovely bit of delaying tactics by me and Connor there for the team news to come out, wasn't it? As Connor said, he's let the parish down. Now, look, I don't know what it was. Honestly, somebody's fat fingers must have hit the button. But look, we're good now. Let's get stuck into it. Even my wife came in with her headphones on trying to fix things like she has any idea what's going on. But God bless her. She wanted to have a bash anyway. Right, we'll take you through the team news, which has just dropped into my lap. Maybe not into my lap, but it has just dropped. So let's go through it. It's Kelleher, Van Dijk, Canade, Diaz, Soboslai, McAllister, Salah, Jones, Jota, Robbo, Gravenberch. So basically, Arne doesn't like any of the centre forwards. That's what we can understand here. Yeah, there you go. Looks like Alisson isn't able to play. So whatever the concussion protocol was, doesn't look like Ali's passed it because he's not on the bench. So what we can take from this one is that Arne Slot just doesn't like any of the striking options for this one. Chiesa is on the bench. Darwin is on the bench. No Jota on the bench. Because he's playing, Craig. He's playing. We'll do this again. Let's pretend that was on mute again. We're going to go through it all. So, ladies and gentlemen, the team news for tonight is it's very straightforward, really, isn't it? Jota is playing, so he starts. If they didn't do this in bloody numerical order, then I wouldn't be looking like an absolute clown right now. But the starting 11 is as follows. Kelleher, Van Dijk, Canade, Diaz, Soboslai, McAllister, Salah, Jones, Jota, Robbo, Gravenberch. So there we go. I don't understand what's going on with this team selection. I don't understand how Diogo Jota keeps getting a start, but it is what it is. I want to go through a couple of thank yous to people who've become members while we've been waiting. Jason Puliston, thank you, bro. Matthew Prime. Jen, thank you for gifting 5 memberships as well. Who else have we got that came in? Tom Goldsworthy, thank you, my friend. And Mike, of course. Welcome back to Anfield Agenda Ultras, my man. Right, let's get cracking. Ian said, hope Chiesa comes on. Why is Jones at right back? I don't know, but I'm very scared. I'm very scared, lads. I don't know. I don't understand this. I thought Arne was taking the piss when he started speaking about Jones at right back. But apparently not. So, yeah, look, I don't understand why Jota is starting, because he stunk the gaff up in the cup final. He stunk the gaff up against PSG. Let's be honest about it. Arne is once again playing favourites. We've got to call this as it is, right? I'm optimistic, I'm hopeful, but it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Like, what has Jota done to deserve to start this game? The answer, ladies and gents, is absolutely nothing. So, it's on the manager tonight if we don't get the result, plain and simple. I'm going to get that in before we start, because what has he done? You know, what has he done? How is Chiesa still on the bench? I don't understand it. Gakpo's on the bench as well. I mean, this is a disturbing one for me from the gaffer, ladies and gents. I can't lie. Yeah, pick the bones out of that one. Jones at right back. Gakpo on the bench. Diaz plays. Look, I've no problem with Lucho playing whatsoever. So the idea of him or Diaz, or him or Gakpo on the left, okay, I can deal with that. But again, Jota to the centre? Why? If we look blunt in attack today, if we don't break through early, I think we have to look to the manager this time and ask why he's done the same stuff that hasn't worked again. Any thoughts on it? Do let me know in the comment section. Right, let's get straight into it. Jaden Walker. Evening Reds, finally we play a game. A damn game. You're right, man. It feels like an eternity. It feels so long, doesn't it? 2.5 weeks. You know, it was weird at the weekend watching the FA Cup games and waiting around. We seen Arsenal last night, of course, United and Forest last night. Tonight, it's our turn. Gakpo might be our best in-form attacker, said Wes Roberts. I don't get it, mate. I don't. Look, I've no problem with the Diaz decision on the left. I've no problem there. You can talk about Diaz not really delivering goals, but as a player, all good about that. The two decisions that really baffle me are Jones and especially Diogo Jota. That's the one thing from this team selection that I can't get my head around. But it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Let's just hope that the lads show up. Max Komisky, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Max, thank you, my friend. Andrew, welcome in, bro. Said, if Jota doesn't show up and we lose, it's on slot. 100%. You know, we got to call it fairly, right? If Jota does the job, then Arne got it right. If Jota stinks the gaff up again, then I think, mate, yes, we absolutely have every right to call out the manager on this one. But let's wait and see. I'm just astonished. You know, we've talked about players playing for their place. We've talked about the big occasions. And we had 2 before the international break. And he's just kind of gone back and done the same thing again. It's a worrying sign. It is. We talk about managers and stubbornness. Well, what's the point of this? Chiesa, what does he have to do to get a start? I mean, he scored in the cup final when everybody else was failing. Baffling, but it is what it is. Nevlin, how are you, my friend? Nevlin said, could be 3 at the back. Missed you. It could be, but I doubt it. It could be, but I doubt it. I think this is... look, this is going to sound weird, but Jones at right back doesn't worry me as much as Jota through the middle. I don't know how everybody else feels about that. I'm sure the manager will say it's something to do with energy levels and work rate and all the other stuff at right back. Maybe he feels Jones is more comfortable there for this game ahead of Kwanzaa. So I can understand that, but I can't get my head around Jota starting. Disappointing team seat, said Key, excuse me, mate. Jeff said up the Reds. Salah bags 2 today. We're loving that, Jeff. We're loving that, mate. I'm going for Maka and Salah to score today. I don't know why. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling on Maka today. Who would you play at right back? Kwanzaa. You know, I think Kwanzaa did alright when he played at right back in the cup final when he came on. Right, Jaden. Jones will probably play as an inverted full-back, basically a midfielder. There's, again, every chance of that, my man. Every chance of that. And I understand that. It's the Jota one that's really got me confused, Jaden. Max said, why do we buy Federico Chiesa and not even use him? What's the point anymore? We're buying players and not using them. It's hard to push back, Max. It's hard to critique your thought process because I don't think you're on your own there, mate. It feels like the manager's just made his mind up on Chiesa and nothing that Federico's going to do is going to change that. And that's unfair, especially to us fans who get told there's no money. And then we see players on £7 million a year with a transfer fee of about £12 million and a manager not wanting to play him. And then tell us there's no money. Or tell us there's no space in the squad. It just stinks to high heaven, doesn't it? Also, want to say thank you again to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Just a reminder, my friends, you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide, whether it's the Beard and Balls bundle, whether it's the Lawnmower 5.0, which I've recently started using, by the way, and it's pretty damn good, or anything else at manscaped.com. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide with our code Anfield20. Use that at checkout or scan the QR code and treat yourself and your balls to something special. The weather's changing, the summer's coming in. You've got to make sure that the grass on your pitch is playable, and no better lawnmower for the job than the 5.0 from our friends at Manscaped. It does feature their skin-safe technology, guarding your family jewels against any mishaps. And something I found rather handy on holidays, it also comes with the brightest ever LED spotlight and a 90-minute battery. So, unlike some of the players, it can last 90 minutes. Very, very, very much thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. Right. Give Chiesa a chance over Jota, said Ken Gordon. Why not put Endo at right backs? Again from Ken. Decent shouts, mate. So look, that's the Liverpool team. Now we'll have a little look-see at the Everton team, shall we? And see what we're up against today. So, it is Pickford in goal, then O'Brien, Tarkowski, Branthwaite and Miolenko making up the back five. It's Garner and Idrissa Gana Gueye in midfield. Then Alcaraz, Decore, Harrison and Beto. That is the starting 11. And again, the two longest unbeaten streaks in the Premier League collide today. Liverpool, I think, on a run of, 24 unbeaten. Everton on a run of 9. So, something has to give today, unless it's a draw. And a draw is no good for us. We need the win. Chiesa should be starting. Jones at right back. Gakpo, said Guilherme. Look, I would have gone for Gakpo as well. But I got to be honest. I'm okay about Diaz starting on the left. It's the central role that freaks me out the most. The Kelleher situation, look, obviously Alisson has been deemed not fit enough to play, so that's a straightforward one. We can understand that. Yaros is on the bench. Kelleher comes in to start. Jones at right back, well, as I think a couple of people in the chat have mentioned, it probably makes sense if Jones is going to invert a little bit to give us that extra body, but it's just Jota through the centre that I can't get my head around. I know I'm probably making too big a deal of this, by the way, and I apologise if I am. It's just one of these situations that if it didn't work twice before the international break, what's changed? That's what I can't understand. Like, we're going to be, if we pumping long balls up, he ain't going to win them aerially. He hasn't got the pace to get in behind. Yes, he's a fox in the box, but I know, it depends how we set up. If we start pinging these diagonal balls into the channels and over the top, I'm going to get very frustrated about it because, well, it'll just show Jota up for not having the pace. So, I want to move on in a minute to speak about Trent Alexander-Arnold and some of the signs that are awaiting him at Anfield tonight. But before that, a couple of super chats to get through. Matthew said, good evening, Craig. Hope you're well. I understand Slot rates certain players more than others, but I hope his stance on Harvey and Fede isn't stubbornness. I don't see, Matthew, how it can be anything else. I don't. Like, the arguments that he brings out are rhythm, but they're not going to get a rhythm unless they get games. And both of them haven't been given enough opportunities this season. So if their careers at Liverpool under Arne are going to come to an end, well, they haven't been given a fair crack of the whip, in my opinion. But, you know, that's just one man's opinion. Watsonader 90, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Carl, always lovely to see you, my man. Hey Craig, I like the positive approach to start. Jones at right back means we'll dominate the ball and the tempo. Let's get out of the traps early for once. I'm with you, Carl. I'm absolutely with you. We cannot find our way into this game. You're right, mate. We've got to be at it from the start. And what a game to welcome back to Premier League for us, by the way. Absolutely buzzing for this one. Max Komisky, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, mate, and thank you for gifting a membership as well. You're already a member with us, mate, sorry, but thank you for gifting a membership. Very kind of you. Suleiman, I said, I'm honestly okay with Jota getting another shot. I think he needs a little patience. I mean, look, it's laudable. You know, it's laudable, mate, that you have that patience in him. I'm just one of these people that really believes if you keep doing the same stuff over and over again and nothing's changing, it's worrying. But maybe he's looked brilliant in training. I don't know. I just don't think he's deserved this start personally, but I'm open to being wrong. Right, so Trent. Let's talk about Trent because there's been a couple of signs. Empire of the Cop posted some interesting signs on show around Anfield ahead of tonight's game. They read as follows: mate or trader, take your pick, Trent. And another one reads, loyalty or lolly, take your pick, Trent. And remember, this isn't Anfield Agenda, this isn't you, this is fans going to the game at the stadium, letting it be known that all of the pundits trying to tell Liverpool fans how to feel about Trent are very, very wrong, and I've read the room very wrongly. This is exactly what I expected. Trent to be given this very clear decision. You take your pick, go to Madrid and do what you need to do, or be a Liverpool legend. It's up to you. So I hope Trent takes heed of this. I hope I've no doubt we'll get more PR nonsense telling us all how to feel about it. But this is fans' true emotions about it. So let's see if he takes any heed. Muckarab said, I think Slot made his mind up about players months ago and now won't change his mind. Well, that's a worrying sign for me, Muckarab, especially with the form we're coming into this game in. But, you know, I guess maybe he's looked at it and said, if they can't get themselves up for this one, under the lights, at Anfield, in a Merseyside derby, with the chance to take one step closer to the Premier League title, then maybe this is a last chance for some of those players. So, either way, hope it gets a desired impact. Jaden said, I think Jota was carrying an injury, personally. I can only guess, mate, because I don't know. You know, we've not been told one way or the other, so let's wait and see. Nevlin said, Craig, I hope you're going to allow Trent hate on the channel. I'll be honest about it. I don't want any hate towards Trent because I don't think hate is productive. But I do want you to give me your honest views. So if you're somebody who's annoyed by the Trent situation, have at it. If you're somebody who's okay with it, have at it. I just want you to be respectful to each other. And of course, not to go over the line. I'm really annoyed by the Trent situation. But I'm not going to let it get toxic or personal. I'm very much a you don't want to be here, bye-bye type of person. So, but I understand fans are going to be frustrated by the situation. Ali still concussed. Remember, most sports got to sit out 10 days. Yep, totally understand that, Arthur. I've no issues around the Alisson stuff. Kelleher will be an able deputy. Obviously, Alisson's the best keeper in the world, but understandable if he has to go through concussion protocol. We want the great man to be safe, and his well-being is the most important thing. I'm having a hard time enjoying the title run in FSG failure, sucking the joy out of me. You're not on your own, Wes. I spent a little bit of time last night going through some other outlets, some other channels, some other podcasts, looking, reading, listening. And everybody feels the same way. There is no denying that the shenanigans around the contracts have taken away some of the enjoyment from fans this season, particularly in the latter part of the season. Now, there was some talk today from one of the journalists, I believe, Santi, I can't remember his actual name. What's his real full name? Where's his name? Santi_J_FM reckons Salah's about to extend by 2 years. We've heard this before, but let's wait and see. I very much hope that's the case. Look, all signs point towards the idea that Salah and Virgil will stay. I just want to get the official word on it, and then we can relax a little bit. Mary said, no, hey, please, as the channel's been brilliant. You don't have to like what he's done. So, I agree, Mary. And I guess trying to find the line of what is constructive criticism or genuine emotion versus toxicity, you know, we'll try to figure out as we go along. But I do agree with you. You've every right to feel disappointed. You've every right to feel okay about it. Just, you know, let's keep the good vibe going that we have in the chat for the last while. I've really been enjoying myself lately. Looking forward to the streams. Having so much fun with you all. Wes Roberts said, gaslighting FC. Yes, Wes. And I wonder, do you think some of the outlets know that they're gaslighting us? Or are they just being good little boys and girls? Because I'm very confused by it all. Because I definitely feel wound up at times by the very clear manipulation that we get. But look, tonight's not about transfers or whatnot. Tonight's about beating Everton. Tonight's about, well, I'm going to say it, revenge. Because we haven't got the better of them on the last two occasions. A heart-wrenching 2-2 draw at Goodison, the last Merseyside derby. And of course, they beat us 2-0 there last season as well. And it's on us now to wrestle back and show that the city of Liverpool is very much red, and that this group of players are going to run their way to the Premier League title. I look at Trent's performance, said Nevlin, and you can't be led to not believe that he took his foot off the pedal to make sure he didn't get injured. Look, he has been injured, so if that was the case, well, it hasn't worked out for him. But for me, I just want a conclusion to it all, mate. Same with Salah and Virgil. I just want to know what's happening. But look, we'll go through all that at another time. Tonight, it's about beating Everton. So I want your score predictions in the chat. Do let me know. And obviously, I've got some good news as well. You may have seen it before the stream. We have 2 shows coming up in Liverpool. I'm going to be at the Hot Water Comedy Club for their last day of the season festivities, including a live viewing of the game on the big screens. Lots of fun for families around the day as well. And our show will be that night in one of the theatres. So that's the last day of the season. And then the Anfield Agenda reunion show is coming up 3 days later as well at the Hot Water Comedy Club. Myself, Connor, Chris, Jack and Steve all together for one night only. If you've got your tickets already, much appreciated. If you haven't, you can get them from the link in the description or by scanning that QR code. Refs are okay, but VAR scares me. If I remember correctly, Ken, I think Tierney's on VAR for this one. If I remember correctly, which, yes, worries me as well, mate. Right, let me get through some more messages. Jason said, do we know what Mo was filming today? So, I believe that there was a fella on X, or Twitter, who said that it was part of a documentary or a film that the club were filming. Nothing to do with contracts or anything. And I think this gentleman said that he was part of that filming at one point as well. So I don't think it's anything contract related, but it is something obviously Liverpool related. Just don't know exactly what it is. Matthew said, quit my job today. Need to win to make it perfect. So one of the most satisfying days of my life, Matthew, was quitting a job as well. A job that I hated, a job that I was being absolutely having the piss taken, and told them to stick it one day and walked out as well. And my God, it was a satisfying day, bro. So I hope it went well for you and wish you nothing but the best in your future. Carl's going 3-2 to the Reds. Mary's going 3-1. 2-0 for Jaden Walker. 3-1 penalty from Mo, said Ravens. Love it. 2-1 Liverpool, said Angela Burke. I'll take that as well, Angela. Any win will do today. I'm going to stick with my 2-0. I'm going to go Salah and Maka as my guess to score. But of course, I do have that cheeky little fiver on a Virgil header. Actually, I lied to you. I've €6 on a Virgil header. A fiver on a Canade header. And a couple of mad ones as well. I went Maka outside the box. I think I got that at like 40-1 or something. And a few other interesting bits and pieces just to see what happens. Luke Thomas, how are you, Luke? Said, regarding Trent, I think it's fine if he leaves. If he wants to go, go. Thank you for your service and the amazing moments. However, the excuse to not talk publicly is inexcusable for a Scouse lad. I think, Luke, you've probably summarised the feelings of a lot of Liverpool fans. I just don't like playing with people's emotions. So, you know, I just want the man to say what he wants to do and stop taking bad advice, which I think he's getting. Right, Ryan, how are you, bro? Oh, let me get the right one up here. Sorry. Ryan said, Craig, what's going on with Slot's team selection? I don't know, mate. Trying to figure it out at the start of the stream. Can understand the Kelleher situation with Alisson. That's straightforward. Can even understand Jones at right back. You know, it's a surprise, but I can get the rationale behind it, especially when people start giving me their thoughts on it as well. It's the Jota one, mate, that confuses me. But, you know, let's wait and see what happens. If it works, happy days. If it doesn't work, well, I think Arne's going to have some serious questions to answer. Andrew McMeekin, how are you, bro? Craig, did you see Salah doing a shoot at the docks? I did. I just don't think it was something to do with his contract. At least, that's the word. If it is something to do with his contract and we're all wrong, brilliant. You know, I don't think there's a bad scenario for that filming, whatever it was. Hopefully it's an indication that he's going to be around as well, because that's what we all want. We want Mo, Virgil to stay. Of course we want Trent to stay as well, but that looks like that ship has sailed, so let's wait and see. Jordan Hunnable, how are you, bro? Said, joining slightly late, so probably missed the boat, but I really don't understand this lineup. Arne appears to be making some strange decisions. Well, you're not too late, Jordan. I did a really good mime exercise at the start of the stream where I was testing everybody's lip reading ability and pretending that I hadn't got my mic muted. Nah, man, you did miss too much, but you're not the only one, Jordan, that's a little bit confused by the team selection. But look, it is what it is. Let's wait and see how it works out on the pitch. And again, thank you, mate, for being with us as a member for 10 months. Greg Devine, how are you, Greg, you magnificent bastard? I don't even know Greg, but I feel like I need to just show him some love over in Canada. How are we, Greg? Said, Toronto here, predicting a 3-1 win for us today. I'm always worried about the Everton players going down quicker than a hooker at a truck stop. Well, I'll have to take your word for the timing of the second part, Greg. But I just hope we're up for the fight and we don't have a referee that starts giving in to these little antics, falling around, cheap free kicks. You know, the referee needs to set the tone in this game as well. And I'm hoping that we get a lot of get up, you know, that kind of stuff. Because, yeah, we don't want to be giving away easy little free kicks. You know, we know how susceptible we've been to conceding from those situations. Dingo, how are you, my friend? It's annoying when pundits say we got Trent for free. Nurturing a player from the age of 6 is costly via coaches, physios, travel, etc. Made his dreams come true. Sad he's leaving in his prime. Look, I guess the counter argument there is that Trent also gave a lot to the club. So I think both sides have credibility to them. But it does feel like it's been a bit manipulated. And to me as a fan, that's the part that winds me up. You've manipulated to make sure you get out for free. And don't give your club that has brought you through and that you have played a big part in its success. You don't show that club enough respect. That's my take on it, mate. But ultimately, it's his decision. It's his career. I just wish he'd grow a pair and start talking to the public and the fans about his decision. Daza, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Stargirl, lovely to see you in as always, my friend. Let me grab your comment. It's going to be a tough game. I think another draw. No. Not today. Got to win today. Because I tell you what, I was sitting back watching Sky Sports back pages last night. And my God, were they hungry to try and invent a situation where this title race is still on. Even the journalists on there, to be fair to them, were saying, look, it's a bit far-fetched. This title race is pretty much done. But the argument was, well, Arsenal have won. If Liverpool were to drop points tonight or lose, Arsenal play again before us. And they were just trying to find any which way to make this title race still a thing, which, of course, I don't think it is. So, for me, Stargirl, a draw is not out of the realms of possibility, of course, but I think we need to show tonight that there is no wobble, that this is Liverpool back, Liverpool rested, and Liverpool ready to dance to the Premier League title. Ryan, my man, I used to think Slot was a Napoleon-level strategist and tactician, but has more of a cuckoo land level brain to him in the past couple of games. I'm confused by it, Ryan. At what point do we start thinking that maybe he's panicking a bit? Maybe he just doesn't want to feel like he's been forced into making a change. But it is a big roll of the dice in a very important game. And I just hope for all of us that we get the result that we want. Lucas Phillip, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. What type of truck stops is Craig going to? The best ones. In all honesty, the answer to that question would be the ones that do the best food. Honestly, I mean, I'm not a trucker, but if I was, it would be the ones that do the best grub, obviously. So in Ireland, that would be the best chicken fillet rolls. Now, if you haven't had chicken fillet rolls introduced into your life, next time you come to Ireland on a trip, don't be worrying about Michelin star restaurants or any of that shit. Get yourself to the local, either petrol station or corner shop, and treat yourself to Ireland's finest cuisine, which is, of course, the chicken fillet roll. There is no finer thing in this country than a chicken fillet roll, a bag of potato, and a can of Diet Coke. Other than me, of course. Ian Greenstreet, welcome to Anfield Agenda, my man, and thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I keep saying welcome. I know you're around a long time, Eno, but thank you for gifting those memberships, mate. Right, let me get through some more comments. Paul Vowell said Chiesa has played a grand total of 30 minutes in the Premier League this season. Can't be surprised with the team selection, really. I think, Paul, the surprise comes from the fact that he made a difference when he came on in the cup final. And Jota's had 2 chances against PSG and against Newcastle. And I just don't know what more. Maybe this is a message that Arne Slot is sending to the recruitment team of, don't be forcing players on me. Because that's all that we can assume right now, is that this was a buy that was above his head. A buy that he didn't want. Now, to be fair to Federico, he's been nothing but professional in how he's dealt with the season. But yeah, it is a little bit frustrating for us. Lucas said, hey Craig, don't understand Diaz and Jota starting. Hope this isn't a common theme with Slot in the future. Also might be Kelleher's last game in red. It could be, you're right, it could be his last game, and what a last game it would be, you know, Merseyside derby at Anfield. I'm okay about Diaz on the left. Ultimately, I think both of those dudes are really good on the left, Diaz and Gakpo. Gakpo probably more likely to grab you a goal, but Diaz, I think, maybe more likely to scare a fullback and have a run at them. So I think I can understand that. It's the central role that confuses me the most. Mr. Johnny Sins, how are you, bro? Said, no Chiesa, criminal, absolutely criminal. I give up. Well, don't give up just yet, bro. Don't give up just yet. Maybe he can be the hero from the bench that we need. Because if he did that, there's no way to ignore him again. What does Jota have to do to be dropped? Look, it's weird because none of us want to be sitting here talking about one of our players and not wanting them to start. But I do think we're basing this on at least reality, or at least recent reality. I would have preferred Darwin over Jota to start through the middle. I would have gone with Chiesa, but hand on heart, in this game, in this environment, with what I think we'll need, I would have gone for Darwin. At least he has the physical ability to get at the defenders. Lucky for us tonight, Craig, Everton have no one die. He was their danger man last time we played them, and without him, they've looked uncreative. Morad said, can't believe them two were starting up top. What's Arne doing for F's sake? Alex said, I'm sure you guys have already covered this, just got in, but seeing that Jones is starting at right back, I'm a bit nervous about him. We notoriously have slow games after the international break. So, Alex, what I'm hoping for here, mate, is that the international break has worked out for us this time. And what I mean by that is, normally you're getting players back Wednesday, Thursday, and then you're playing Saturday or Sunday. But Arne now will have had an extra 4 or 5 days with the boys, because let's say they came back Wednesday or early Thursday. Well, it's Wednesday again now. So the fact that we didn't play in the FA Cup and there was no games at the weekend gives the manager more time on the training ground, more time to get the lads, you know, to get rid of the jet lag or whatever from the boys who've travelled quite far. And I don't think there's an excuse for starting this one slowly. So, like yourself, I'm hoping we start fast, but I'm more optimistic because we've had the extra time in this break. Craig slogan, don't worry about the Michelin star restaurants or any of that shit. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Get yourself into the garage. Get yourself some sausage rolls, cocktail sausages, chicken fillet rolls. You know, God's food. The good stuff. Jace, always lovely to see you in. Oh gosh, just got here and saw the lineup. I'm trusting the process. Good man, Jay. Good man. I don't think you're the only one that started with some version of oh gosh when they seen the lineup, Jason. But as you said, let's trust the process and hope for the best. Sold, Craig. I'm telling you, come to Ireland and I'll be right. Any Irish person in the chat, am I wrong? Chicken fillet roll, come on now. Tell me it's not in your top 5 favourite things to eat, Irish people. And if it isn't, well, you're doing food wrong. And there's very few things I claim to be an expert on, but grub is one of those things. I prefer breakfast rolls, but they're both elite. Touche, David. Touche. You are right. A good old brekkie roll. Nothing wrong with that either, mate. Nothing wrong with it. Leon said, chicken rolls all day, every day. All day, every day, son. All day, every day. Damn right. Now, do you go spicy? Because Craig doesn't mess with the spice. And yes, he did just refer to himself in the third person. Twice. But you love a good pizza. Oh, I do, Michael. I do. In fact, yes, I may have one tonight. Pineapple on a pizza? Not for me, Paul. Not for me. Yeah, not for me. I'm a boring pizza eater. I'm team margarita all the way. Aidan. Or Adam, excuse me, Adam. Not Aidan. How dare I? Adam. How did Connor get on in his run? Brilliantly. Proud of him. Knocked 10 minutes off his personal best. And didn't shit himself. And I mean that quite literally. So yes, he did brilliantly. Really well done, Connor. Very proud of him. Of course, we will continue to raise that money to help Connor try raise that money for Parkinson's Ireland as well. But well done to everyone that took part in the Dublin City Half Marathon, particularly those like Connor who beat their personal bests. I mean, I would have ran it quicker, but I didn't want to show him up. And by run it, I mean drive along in the car. I'm probably still slower. Dave, the journals are very poor. Ask some proper questions. I haven't watched one in ages. Make toffees bitter again. I have to be careful, Dave, when I speak about the journalists, you know. There's only so much in the Anfield Agenda legal fund, and, you know, I know they like to keep the police busy. They don't like getting called out on that, and it becomes bullying according to them. I'm a bully, don't you know? Genuinely, being called a bully for tagging somebody. So, if you don't tag somebody in a post, it's a shithouse thing to do because you're basically trying to do it behind their back. So we always like to tag people and say, look, we think you're not very good at your job. What you got to say? And I'm going to the police seems to be the answer. Okay. Obviously been talking about Goldbridge there a little bit. How was your holiday, Craig? Can't watch the game in Germany. Sausage rolls are great, but had some schnitzel yesterday in Innsbruck. Goulash. My wife is all about that schnitzel. And I mean that in a genuine, not sexual way. Yeah, my wife loves the German sausage. She does. Yeah, she does. And again, there's nothing sexual about that in any way. She genuinely loves a bit of schnitzel and loves German sausage. So there you go. Breaking news. I'm not wrong, by the way. She was an exchange student, went over to Austria as well, spent some time there, and she spoke to me about the level of schnitzel and sausage on display. That's what she said. Ba-da-bum. So Connor's link has gone in there as well. Connor's Parkinson Ireland fundraiser. If anybody wants to donate, in the chat there now, do go and drop a few quid in Connor's GoFundMe if indeed you can. And again, thank you to everybody for the support of Connor. And again, thank you to Connor for support of what is a really, really good cause. I'm more of a cocktail sausage kind of guy. And I mean that both figuratively and literally. So there you go. Genuinely, I'm weird. I don't like thick sausages. I like cocktail sausages. Maybe it's what I'm used to, I don't know. Prediction for scorers, said Morad. I'm going to go Maka and Salah, Nate, for me today. Obviously, I always have to stick a little sneaky. If the bookies are going to give me anything above 16-1 for a Van Dijk header, then I'm on it. I'm always on it, particularly in big games like this. So, yeah, look, I won't run you through all the things that I've stuck a few quid on, but I like to get creative in these ones. Where's this conversation going? Don't worry, Colin. I think I wrestled it back, mate. I think a couple of nervous parents may be listening. Don't worry, folks. I got you. I'm not going to take it down the smutty route. It's too early. Okay, I mean, there's some of these comments that even I can't be reading out, folks. Now, come on. I bring this one up from Alex. How was your holiday? Can't watch the game yet. Holiday was great, by the way, Alex. Thank you, mate. Got to take in an Elche game, which was brilliant. Really enjoyed it. Got to meet up with Lee Gunner as well. All good. Weather wasn't the greatest, but that's the risk you take going away in March. Who's on the bench? No problem, Eno. Give me 2 seconds, bro. Right. Liverpool bench today is as follows. Endo, Darwin, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Costas, McConnell, Yaros and Kwanzaa. That's the Liverpool bench. The Everton bench, Patterson, Keane, Ndai, Virginia. Who's this? Chermity, Young, Broha, Coleman, and some other fucker I've never heard of. So let's just say your man. I'm not even trying to read out that last name. And as Connor loves to remind everyone, the bench will be scrolling across the bottom of your screen there as well. So if you do miss it, don't worry, we've got you covered. Right, I need a thumbs up from anybody. Who's got their tickets to one of the live shows? Who's coming along to see us? Again, scan that QR code if you haven't got your tickets yet. Particularly, they're going to be two very different shows. The one on the right is going to be a longer show. So the one with me, Chris, Steve, Connor, Jack, that's going to be a longer night where we're going to be on stage, probably 3 hours in total. Other one on the left, you're talking about 90 minutes because it's going to be at the end of a very long day and a very fun day at the Hot Water Comedy Club on Blackstock Market, where the game is going to be screened on a 15-foot wide or 5-meter wide screen. We're probably going to have an interview with a former player on the night there as well, and lots of fun stuff. So take your pick. Both of them priced at 20 quid. Both of them a great way, we hope, to come and celebrate the Reds winning the league. Jaden's more of a clam person. Loves seafood. I'm not a seafood man. Honestly, I'm not. Fresh cod is about my limit. Fresh cod and chips, that's about my adventurousness with seafood. Would you believe I've never even tasted a prawn? Even my son can't believe that, because he tasted a prawn for the first time on holiday. Tried some garlic prawns, liked them. I've never tasted a prawn, but I've decided I don't like them. Phil, you're coming along. Love that, mate. I'm good at it, Craig. I'd love to have come and watched, but I'm on holiday for both, unfortunately. Well, enjoy, my man. If there's ever an excuse to not come along, going on a holiday is a good one. So enjoy. Wish you'd post the show for us long distance fans. I'm still working on the possibility of some of it being at least recorded and put out. So, bear with me. I'm doing my best on it. The one on the first show on the last day of the season, that kind of came about last minute, and we're still putting that together as we speak. But I can't wait. I didn't think I'd get to be in Liverpool for the last day of the season and to spend it with hopefully up to 1,500 Reds celebrating. I can't wait. Going to be a great day. Why is Chiesa not starting? I think that's a surprise. Not a surprise, a frustration for many of us looking at the team news. But Arne has made his decision, and ultimately, he'll live and die by that decision. So if we don't get the result tonight, I think all of us will have a very easy go-to to say, why did we reward the players that didn't perform again? But ultimately, let's just trust the gaffer. But I understand your frustration, I really do. Luke, much love, my man. You're not a fan. We don't have fans. You're a mate. I'm not worth being a fan of, mate. I'm a normal fella. No fans here. You're just friends, and I appreciate you. You said you're a big fan, but thank you, man. Appreciate you. But consider yourself a mate. Johnny Sin said, Craig, I smell a free kick goal today. Trust me. Well, if that could be from Macca, I'd be very grateful, mate, because that would win me a nice little bit of dough as well, because it'd be outside the box. So, yeah, be interested to see who steps up to take them today. You've got Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Mohamed Salah. If it's a wider position, maybe Robbo to cross one in. I've got my tickets, Craig, said Stargirl. Well, make sure that you come up and let me know who you are, Stargirl, when you come up, because you know, we've been interacting for a good while now. Lots of love to you and your dad. I know you watch the games and that together. And hopefully you don't need to be getting out the whiskey tonight after the game. But do come up and say hello, and thank you for coming along. Where can I get tickets? I'd love to come to the show for the final day of the season. Right, really quick, you can scan this QR code, the one in the middle, or you can check out the link in the description of this stream, and you can see the link for tickets there, or check out Blackstock Market's website as well. But scan that QR code on the screen there now, and that'll give you the ability to look at the tickets for both shows. And appreciate you, mate, particularly coming along last day of the season. Devin said Slot said he was Salah's backup in the pre-game interview yesterday. That's a good spot, Devin, and I mentioned that on my stream last night. That kind of gave me an indication that I probably shouldn't have been expecting him to start tonight, which is weird, right? Because when he has played for us, and the few times we've seen him, more often than not, we see him centrally. And if you go back to his time at Juventus, most of the games he played there, like the position he played for Juve in the most, was actually central. So I'm as confused as you, but hopefully Diogo sticks one back of the net tonight, and we all ask ourselves what we were worrying about. Now, ladies and gents, if you can drop a like on the stream for me, we need to make sure we get to 1,000 likes before kickoff to keep up our great record this season. Appreciate all your support. Not technically a must win, but is a must need to win. Yeah, I think if we don't win today, ESG, if we don't win, it starts to give more flames to the fire of, is this a wobble? Even though we are on a, 24 or something game unbeaten streak in the Prem, you know, this would be 3 games in a row without a victory. So, yeah, I'm with you. For me, it's not a technical must win, but it is a must win, because then Sunday against Fulham becomes a bigger headache again, and that's away from home. So we need to make sure tonight we take one step firmly towards that Premier League title. Wayne, lovely to see you, bro. Lovely to see you, my man. It feels like a minute. Hope you're well. Hope life in Mauritius is treating you well. Dylan said, sorry, but Diogo Jota shouldn't be getting a game at all. He's been worse than Núñez this season. But hopefully he finds his form again. Look, Dylan, you're not on your own tonight, mate. There's lots of us very, very confused or scratching our heads by that selection through the middle. But look, we can't change it. We can only hope for the best. And if the lads play tonight with the intensity that we expect from them in a derby and the quality that we expect, then hopefully we've got too much for Everton. Leon Cook with us as a member for 19 months. Top man, Leon, thank you. Definitely need a win tonight. I'm with you. I'm not nervous about the Premier League title race, because I don't think it is a race anymore. It's just a matter for me of when we win it. But tonight would mean we'd have to lose half of our remaining games. And even at that, we'd still win the title if we won the other 4, with the goal difference and whatnot. That could change, of course, if we beat Arsenal when we play them. But I hope that when we play Arsenal, they're going to have to just applaud us onto the pitch as the newly crowned Premier League champions. ESG, how are you, bro? Said, let's go beat the snot out of Everton. No excuses. I like your thinking, my friend. I like your thinking. So, again, let me run you through the Liverpool team. You can see it there on your screen. Kelleher in goal, Jones at right back, Robbo at left back, Kanade and Van Dijk are your centre-backs. In midfield, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, McAllister. Luis Diaz, left side of attack. Mohamed Salah, right side of attack. And Diogo Jota, who we hope returns to being Diogo Jota, through the middle. On the bench tonight for Liverpool, Yaros, Endo, Núñez, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Costas, McConnell and Kwanzaa. Cian Owen, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Going to Japan is a hint that Endo was staying. It absolutely 100% isn't. It was always in the works, mate. I've known we were going to Japan as an example and to Asia for months now. And honestly, I don't know what is happening with Endo, but I can promise you that whatever happens there has nothing to do with the Reds going to Asia. It's just that time in our cycle of where we go. And look, I'm delighted. I'm delighted for all our friends over in Asia who get up to see the Reds up and close. I know we're going to be in Hong Kong, Japan, China, and I hope everybody can get to the games and enjoy seeing the lads up close. Klopp has just been shown on an advert on Sky, said Mr. Roberticus. Let's not give Arsenal any hope and get the job done, said Ken Gordon. Carl said hopefully Slot doesn't get sent off tonight. Dylan said, I need Salah to get 2. Become top goal scorer in the Merseyside derby. Love that one, Dylan. Morad said, a decent would you rather, Craig, or would you rather hear, Craig, win the league against Arsenal at Anfield or get a guard of honour against them at Anfield? Guard of honour. Guard of honour. 100%. I want to see Gabriel's shiny little teeth smiling through gritted shiny little teeth as they have to applaud us on. And I want to see Mr. Lego Man on there as well, honouring the better side. And I also want the Arsenal fans to have to sit through that as well. So the shithouse in me 100% wants the guard of honour. I still remember Bernardo Silva not having the class about him to do it properly. Weirdly, he's actually been unveiled, is that the right word? Named this week as the slowest player in the Premier League. Genuinely, I'm not making that up. Bernardo Silva has been named the slowest player in the Premier League. Now look, slow is fair enough, but we know the lad's a top footballer. He's an absolute shithouse, but he's a very good footballer. So I guess it just shows you the rest of his talents there, that even being not blessed with that much pace, he still had an excellent career. Santi, how are you, my man? Said, do you watch or keep an eye on Liverpool players in their international games? How about during the World Cup? Could you ever do watch-alongs? Do I keep an eye on them? Yes. I try to watch the South American ones actually where possible, because you know those games are usually on later at night and it kind of suits my weird hours. Would I do World Cup watch-alongs? Yes, we will. Definitely. Any major international tournament, I think we are going to continue to make sure we cover here on the channel. I'm unsure about the Club World Cup. I'll probably ask people closer to the time if they want us to cover the Club World Cup, because I know Liverpool aren't in it, but you know, it's still an interesting end of season tournament at a time where it's usually very quiet because the players are on the holidays. Mr. Robertic has said, I'm becoming increasingly restless waiting for the match. I don't blame you, mate. It feels like an eternity since we last played. Right. Kean said, alright, Craig, the Reds are against my girls' team. Well, my missus is a Forest fan, so she's quite happy this season. She's quite smug about the fact that they're the only team to beat us in the Premier League as well. So, yeah, look, it looks like it'll be a happy Houlden household this season. If Forest can hang on in there and get that Champions League spot, which they're looking very, very good for, what a season for them. And of course, Liverpool win the league. We'll both have a reason to celebrate, because Sabrina will be there for the second show as well on the Wednesday, as will my daughter. By the way, I sat back last night and thought about that. Remember that shitty little comment about my mum that somebody posted in yesterday and spent the super chat on? I sat and thought about that for a second. So they said in the comment that my mum should do a paracetamol ad. They must know a lot about me, because my mum took an overdose of paracetamol. Not when she passed away, actually. When she passed away, it was a different painkiller. But that was somebody who was intended to come in to try and hurt me. And it just, you know, my initial instinct was to feel frustration and anger about it. But when I sat back last night and I thought about it, I actually looked at it a different way and thought, how deep I must be buried in this clown's head that he spends money to come on and slag my dead mother and how she died. Imagine somebody being that involved in your thought process in a day that comes into your mind. So I kind of taken it as a bit of a compliment that I'm that deep lodged inside this empty head of this person. Is this no 1or or N0 1or? But either way, my friend, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Appreciate your support, my man. Morad said, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was Lynch, to be honest. No, I wouldn't ever accuse him of that. Look, I don't know why he's so worked up by me, because I don't know if he thinks I'm behind some accounts that are trolling him or something, but I'm not. And I honestly, like I've said, I don't wish the lad any harm whatsoever. But he keeps stirring the pot. And you don't get to call me a stupid see you next Tuesday in comments and think I'm not going to react. You don't get to threaten me with the police and think I'm not going to react. You don't get to call me a bully and think I'm not going to react. Because the only person in this whole situation who has stirred the pot and been abusive ain't me. So I think people need to take a long hard look in the mirror. And also I think that his hubris and his ego, he's overestimating them. But again, I wish him no harm. I'd never ever want anybody to do anything snidey towards him. He doesn't figure that prominently in my thinking. But letting me know I'm in your head, anybody will tell you that's a mistake. But I was disgusted by that, to be fair. Honestly, it's just so weird. But again, shows we're breaking through, right? And people are seeing what we're seeing, which is a lot of these journalists just not being transparent and honest in their work and their endeavours. Arne looking freshly shaven. Yeah, you got it for the big occasions. As a fellow baldy, you got to be freshly shaven for the big occasions. I'm having a good look at him. Oh, he's very freshly shaven, isn't he? I mean, even on the face. Interesting. Nice. Just, I'm literally seeing him right here now in front of me as he mentioned that. Luke said, you're not living rent-free in the head, you're getting paid for it. Well, that's fair. Colin, lovely to see you win, my man. Right, got to give a quick mention to our sponsors as well. We are being brought to you today, as we are on every match day, with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. They've been partners of ours for over 3 years now. We wouldn't be able to do what we do on match days without them. My personal favourite of all the Manscaped packages is this one, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, because it features not just the Lawnmower 5.0 with their skin safe technology. You also get the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, the Shed travel bag and the Boxer briefs are their free gift to you. And of course, as always, you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20 at checkout. That is Anfield20, or scan the QR code to get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Craig, did Slot use Manscaped? I don't know, Stargirl, but I took the Performance Package 5.0 on holiday with me because I hadn't opened it up yet and used it. And in my little set, the ball shaver also comes with a little face shaver. So I was able to utilise both. Yorkshire T said, God bless you and may your mum rest in peace. Thank you, my man. You know, I've mentioned this before. It's no secret. I don't hide away from it. My mum took an overdose and died. My dad drank himself to death. It is what it is, and I'm never going to shy away from it. I'm never going to apologise about opening up about it, and I'm never going to let any of those scumbags get in my head about it by trying to use it against me. I say these things, I talk about these things because mental health and the battles that people go through are important. I've been through them. Some of your loved ones have been through them, I'm sure, as well. And I just want people to know that there's always a future. There's always a time to speak up. Even when you think the world's against you, speak up, ask for help, and show that strength. And if you need a chat, you need advice, you need to be pointed in the right direction, well, our community's got your back. Those stats on the forwards are shocking, said Nomad. Is Gakpo still injured? No, he's on the bench. So, you know, if he's on the bench, we've got to say he's fit enough to take part. Look, I guess we can look at it one of two ways with the team selection tonight. We can look at it and think that we would have made some changes, but let's look at the bench. Endo, Núñez, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott. That's good options. Then, of course, you've got Costas, McConnell and Kwanzaa. But there are options there to change this if Arne is not happy. But I just hope that he doesn't leave it too late. I don't like these substitutions around the 70-minute mark. I'm very much it. If it isn't working at half time, 10 minutes max, and then make the changes in the second half. Manny said, my dad did as well. Hearts with you, my friend. Yeah, unfortunately, man, it's a trait. My grandfather passed away before I was born. Unfortunately, similar thing with the alcohol. My dad, when my parents broke up, my dad hit the bottle and never recovered from it. So, you know, this is the things that life puts in front of you, and you've just got to try and break the cycle firstly, and just, you know, go live your own life. And I'm not really a drinker, so I'm trying to break that cycle and be around for my kids when they're in their 20s, 30s, and I want to see my grandkids. Do you think City make top 5? Yes, I do, Morad. It's a very interesting race for the top 5, which will be what gets you Champions League football. Ourselves, Arsenal and Forest look really, really nailed on at this point to get those spots. After that, it's an interesting one. Obviously, you've got Manchester City, Newcastle, Villa, Bournemouth, maybe Brighton, Newcastle. There's going to be a real fight for those last 2 places. JMU said, Craig, I also broke the cycle in my family. Congratulations. Well, proud of you, JMUs, man. Proud of you. City are 1-0 up. Cool. Who are they playing again tonight? I can't even remember. It's Leicester, right? So it's a game. I think it's Leicester. It's a game they should be winning. But it's great to know that result isn't going to impact us at all. We don't need to look over our shoulders at City. Like to say, Craig, nobody should talk about your mum that way. That's not the place or anything. Anyone should ever do anything. I think you're lovely. Very nice. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Michael. Look, as I always say, mate, my reaction to these people is usually, I hope nothing like that ever happened to them or their families, because I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I think that's the easiest way to kill these people with kindness when they say these type of things, and just hopefully make them think. So, Midnight Beat said, I have a slightly difficult question for you. Will we compete for the Premier League title next season? Ooh, it's a good question, mate. And I don't have the answer for you right now. But what I will say is, to do it, to have any chance to do it, for me, we need to make sure Virgil and Mo are here for next season and the season after. The reason being is, I'm aware that Father Time is unbeaten, but I don't think we've succession planned enough for replacing Mo and Virgil. And I think to do that in one window, on top of the other business, would be too much. So if we can get them renewed, I feel much more confident that we have the ability then to go out to the market. And look, we spoke about this yesterday. I'm open entirely to the idea of, let's say, selling Jota for 40 to 50, selling Darwin for 60, and using the same money to go out there and bring in Hugo Ekitike, or Aleem Delap as a backup option, or a Sheshko. I'm open to it. Nothing wrong with good money being spent, bringing it in, sending it back out. No problem. But we have to make sure that the signings we make this summer are what we need. No excuses. Go out, get the left back, get the right back, maybe a centre back, and sort out the forward line. After that, yes, I think we'd be well able to compete next year. It's very difficult to predict how Arsenal are going to be next season. Manchester City and Chelsea, of course, also have the Club World Cup, which is going to have an impact on their freshness at the start of the season. Andre Nielsen said, I think we won't fight for the title as things stand. I've no trust in FSG. However, if they actually back the manager, then yes. Yeah, look. I think this summer, if we were to create like a movie title for this summer, I think the tagline would be no hiding place, because this is a big one. You know, fans have been patient. Some fans have, I think, given too much leeway. So for me, it's no place to hide this summer. Delap is not much better than Darwin for goal stats. Yeah, but there's a huge difference there, Ken. One of them plays for Ipswich, and one of them plays for Liverpool Football Club. One of them is surrounded by McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah, Virgil, So I would imagine that, you know, in a better team, surrounded by better players, with better quality of chances created and more chances, you'd see the lapse numbers improve. Craig, a humble request. Check the spelling of my name. You might be surprised, and the pronunciation is slightly different. Nimnoy Pramanik? I don't get the rest of the part, mate. Ninmoy, that's it. I say Nimnoy, don't I? Apologies, sir. It's Ninmoy. My apologies. I will adhere to do my best to pronounce that correctly. So it's Ninmoy Pramanik. My apologies, my man. Alistair said, as a fellow Irishman, slagging someone's dead ma as grounds for a hurling stick to the mouth. What a complete coward. Well, the thing about these things are, Alistair, that they wouldn't say that to somebody, because people for some reason think, mate, they can say stuff online that they wouldn't dare do in the real world. So I agree with you, mate. It's the lowest of the low. I'm here to be jostled with, to be having a pop at. I put myself front and centre, no problem with that. But family are out of bounds. You've never ever heard me bring anyone else's family into anything, except if somebody, you know, slags me off when I talk about their ma, because that's the Irish thing to do. Graham Quinn, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Graham. Appreciate you. Right, we've only got 7 minutes left, and we're still 180 likes short of our 1,000 target. It's getting twitchy bum time. If you could, ladies and gents, do drop a like on the stream for us. Appreciate your support as always. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. Would you consider Frimpong as a good option to replace Trent? Wouldn't be my ideal option, but along with Connor Bradley, I think I could understand that it would give good options to the manager. One really good attacking option, one really good well-rounded option, albeit Bradley still has a bit of developing to do, and of course we hope he can put the injury concerns behind him. I would, if I could pick anybody, I'd like Livramento. I think I've been really impressed with him at Newcastle, especially when we play against them. Again, though, getting players out of Newcastle are going to be very difficult, so yeah, it's possible. We know that Frimpong has at least an agreement, if not an actual release clause, for about €40 million, about £32 million this summer. Muckrap said, Craig, I think it was Mike Tyson who said social media people got way too comfortable. Yeah, he said basically something along the lines of people on social media have gotten way too comfortable about saying stuff and not getting a slap in the mouth. And he's right. And when these people do eventually find themselves in the real world, that slap in the mouth will be there for them if they talk to people in that way, and they'll find that out the hard way. And I'm not talking about me here, I'm talking about just in general. That's just not the way to be dealing with any human being. And yes, R.I.P. Val Kilmer. I'd seen that earlier on, Jay Muse. So of all the Val Kilmer flicks and stuff I've seen, I still think his portrayal of Jim Morrison is his best performance for me. And Val Kilmer, an incredible actor who's done some great work, but his portrayal of Jim Morrison, I thought was epic. A career-defining performance for me. Mike, cheers for renewing your membership, mate, and becoming a member again of Anfield Agenda FC. Do appreciate that one, Mike. Jay Mew said Thunderheart is great as well. Look, he was a very good actor. He was. I know he'd been battling a lot, obviously, with cancer and whatnot. Ooh, do you know what I started watching recently? Landman. Has anybody watched that? Obviously, I got through Yellowstone, watched all of that, loved it, and then Taylor Sheridan obviously wrote Landman as well with Billy Bob Thornton and a few others in it. Really good show. Really good show. Adam Christmas said it'd be good to see Salah play now that Ramadan is over. Probably look like he's got a ton more energy. I hope so. I hope so. The players are walking out right now into what looks like a very loud, a very noisy Anfield. Keep an eye out for any of those signs we were speaking about around Trent and stuff as well. Apparently, there were some pictures of signs pretty much telling Trent his decision is there to make. Anfield, Kop looking magnificent. We will run you through the starting 11s one more time before we get underway. Let's start off with the home side, the away side, sorry. Pickford in goal, then O'Brien, Tarkowski, Branthwaite and Mielenko making up their defence. Midfield of Garner and Idrissa Gana Gueye. Then it is Alcaraz, Decore and Harrison with Beto up top. For Liverpool, it is Queefing Kelleher in goal. Curtis Jones at right back. Andy Robertson at left back. Virgil van Dijk, your captain, and Ibrahim Konate are the centre backs. In midfield, it is the usual trio of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai. Up top, we have Lucho on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right, and Diogo Jota through the centre. Your Liverpool bench today: Yaros, Darwin, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Costas, McConnell, Endo, and Kwanzaa. Janos Gibbert, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, bro. And I think I have a couple more comments to get through. This one. Dean said, "Hi Craig, hope you're well, mate. 2-0 victory tonight." That's certainly my hope, mate. Right, ladies and gents, we are about to get underway. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. A reminder, you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with a code Anfield20. And also, you can get your tickets to either of our end-of-season shows, final day of the season show, or our Anfield Agenda reunion 3 days later, both taking place at the Hot Water Comedy Club in Liverpool. Both are all ages events, and both you can get your tickets for just 20 quid with the price, with the QR code, on the screen. Right. It's derby time, ladies and gents. Let's sit back and enjoy. Do feel free to keep me up to date, of course, with scores in the other Premier League games tonight, but all of our focus and attention is on Anfield for a massive, massive game. A win takes us 3 points closer to league title number 20. A defeat, well, we don't even want to think about that, do we? Janos said, "Nice to be here as a new member. Welcome in, bro. We do appreciate your support." Gary Mackay as well. Gary, welcome in, bro. Right, let's see. Hopefully, Virgil doesn't turn us around this time if he wins the toss. You'll never walk alone, blasting out from Anfield. Mohamed Salah having a moment of reflection before the game gets underway. A quick prayer. And those Liverpool players hopefully put in that big performance tonight that we need. Suleiman said, "I'm excited for this game. Prediction, Liverpool to win 3-1. Thank you, my friend. Hopefully that prediction comes true. Although I'd rather a 2-0 and a clean sheet. Right. Both teams unbeaten. Everton unbeaten, I think, in 9. Liverpool in about 24. Let's see if something gives tonight. Oh, nay, slot. La 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 la. Oh, nay, slot. La 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 la. Right, the Reds attacking the Annie Road end in the first half. Everton about to kick off and get us underway. Merseyside derby, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And we are underway. We are underway. Ball goes back to Jordan Pickford, who launches it long upfield, where Virgil van Dijk wins the first header of the day. Ball breaks then in midfield. Diogo Jota gets there, has a touch now. Jota goes out right side to Mohamed Salah. Curtis Jones goes on the overlap. Mo in possession. Cuts inside. Still Mo. Gravenberch out to Jones. Liverpool again retreating, keeping possession here rather than over-committing early doors. Virgil in possession. Out right-hand side to Ryan Gravenberch. I will try and focus on the commentary today for anyone who's unable to watch the game. Virgil pings it out left to Luis Diaz. Lucho cuts inside. Ball in. Headed away by the Everton defence. Right, my friends, we are at 1 minute and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Corner for Liverpool. Luis Diaz runs round the outside. Referee said ball was out when it's a corner. Diaz said it wasn't. And he feels he was dragged back. But either way, let's have a look. Ooh, very close. Either way, corner is what's being awarded by the referee. Alexis McAllister coming across to take it. Right, boys, come on. Maka with the delivery in. Ooh, Ibu gets a head on it, but can't keep it down. Then it goes over Jordan Pickford's crossbar. Oh, Ibu's unhappy with something. Go on, Ibu. Let him have it, fella. Let him have it. It's good delivery that from Maka. Right in about 4 yards out. Pickford couldn't come to it. And it was just a little bit too crowded there for Kanade to get a proper header on it. And then he has a little pop at Tarkowski. Right, Virgil now tries to get into that right channel for Salah, but the Everton defence comes across and Branthwaite clears it long. Major Z said, I was confident until I saw Jota in the lineup. Well, look, let's trust the process, as Jay said earlier on, and see what happens. Robbo to Lucho. Lucho cuts inside. Spreads the ball across the other side of the pitch to Mohamed Salah, who controls it. Salah, back to Gravenberch. Excuse me. Virgil van Dijk now inside the centre circle. Goes out to Ibu. Right hand side. Ibu tries a ball over the top looking for Diogo. Just a little bit too long, but good vision. That's something, by the way, that I don't think he gets anywhere near enough credit for. Kanade, his ability to spot those passes and those balls over the top. It's one of the attributes of his game that I very much enjoy anyway. Throw in to Everton here, inside the Liverpool half, which they immediately go back into their own half with. Tarkowski roll to the cross to Branthwaite. Press comes on from Szoboszlai. Branthwaite goes long. Trying to get in behind Curtis Jones, but Mielenko can't quite keep it in play. It's a Liverpool throw-in. Jones in looking for Szoboszlai. Everton get there first. Decore now. Ball crossed in. Kelleher does well though and keeps it in play. Alex reckons he's going to see Jota scoring tonight. Well, hopefully you're right, Alex. You know, I don't really mind who puts the ball in the back of the net. Kanade to Virgil. Back out to Kanade. Salah, wide right. Again, to Virgil. Virgil pings one diagonally into Luis Diaz, who's gone down injured, holding his left ankle. Matthew said, has Ibu joined the Shaved Head Club? Oh, indeed he has, mate. And he'll appreciate the aerodynamic nature. Ball is better. So ball into Diaz. He controlled it, and immediately as he controlled it, I think he landed awkwardly on that right leg. He's back up. He's gingerly walking around. Liverpool get on with the throw-in though. Pickford comes out, claims that, stops Diogo Jota getting on the end of it. So we'll keep an eye on Diaz for the next couple of minutes to make sure he can run this off. My God, Pickford's a time wasting git, isn't he? Virgil wins the header. Salah's been wrestled. Any chance of a free kick, referee, there now? Everton back again to Pickford. Launches the ball towards the core right. Canada gets there. Liverpool in possession on the far side with Curtis Jones. Ibu to Virgil, pretty much on the halfway line. Why are Pickford shorts extra small? To make up for his little arms, Dan, you know. Diaz. Gravenberch, nice ball out to Salah. Salah tries to cross in, headed away by Tarkowski. Yes, Bransfield, Keisha should be playing, but, you know, manager makes his decisions. Salah, again, tries to slip this one in for Dominic Szoboszlai, overhit, and it goes through to Pickford. Southampton, 1-0 up. Onuachu. So, Southampton 1, Crystal Palace 0. Again, Everton try a ball over the top. Kelleher composed. Takes a touch to Jones. Maka. His ball looking for Gravenberch was intercepted. Everton now have it wide left with Mikalenko. Little 1-2. Get up. Mikalenko went to ground with no contact. Referee waves play on. Liverpool now have it right hand side. Diaz looks fine, by the way. He certainly looks like he's ran off whatever that knock was. Robbo now. Good ball from Diaz to Robbo. Oh, again, Robbo's cross is blocked. He wins the second ball back, though. Lays it across. Szoboszlai. Again, we're trying to take too much out of this, lads. Oh, Jesus. Come on, boys. Jota now wins it back. McAllister. Robertson. Again, trying to play through the most congested part of the pitch there, and it's blocked by Everton. They're trying to get Beto away, but Canada's back there covering. Plays it to Kelleher. Kelleher now to Ryan Gravenberch. Maka. Back out to Lucho. Down the line to Diogo Jota. Nothing on ahead of him, so he goes back to McAllister. Gravenberch. Curtis Jones. Somebody said, Craig, what made you go member only chat? Some of the toxicity, mate. And I don't mean like crap aimed at me. I just mean people coming in just to try and undermine our own players and stuff. It was getting to everybody in the chat, to be honest with you. So I feel like it was the right move. It certainly seems to have improved the vibe in the chat as well. But yeah, that was the thought process. Salah. To Virgil. Liverpool have had 77 passes in the game to Everton's 12, according to Sky. Jota now. Go on, Diogo. Go on. So Diogo gets himself into a great... That's a snidey challenge. That should be a fucking yellow minimum. Minimum. And yes, it was. Yeah, Pickford, you can do one. Mac is down writhing in pain because another snidey studs up challenge from Everton. I'm sick of these fuckers. Honestly, I'm sick of them. That's a red. That's a fucking red. That's a red. I'm sorry. That is a shithouse challenge. Studs up, pushing through. I'm sorry, ref. That's a red in my eyes. Look at the bend on Macca's leg as well. Don't tell me Curtis Jones was a red and this isn't. Has to be a red. It has to be. It can't even be a debate. Look at it. They're such... honest to God. No, it's a yellow. They're actually just letting him away with the yellow. Nah. The VAR is just a joke. It's a disgrace. Tierney can fuck off. Honestly. You get Curtis Jones sent off for his foot rolling over the top of a ball. And this isn't a red? It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. Tierney on VAR should be sacked for that. That is a disgrace. Arne Slot can't believe it either. It's 100% a red card. Scummy little fucks. I'm sick of it. I'm absolutely sick. Mac is still down, by the way. Tierney is a joke. A joke. The PGMOL can do one. No protection of our players. Maka absolutely creased. May have to go off. And the ref doesn't even get sent to have another look at it. You absolute clowns. I don't want to hear Dermot Gallagher or any of these other simpletons coming on and telling us about what's red and what isn't. That's a cowardly shithouse challenge. And anybody who's played football knows that Tarkowski knew what he was doing. The absolute clown. And I'm not having it. Anybody who's ever kicked a fucking football knows that Tarkowski knew what he was doing there. That's pathetic. Pathetic from fucking the PGMOL's officials. Once again. Another Everton assault on our player that gets away with it. Virgil's ACL being done by Pickford wasn't even a red. Now this, Maka gets taken out and again no red? Scumbags. I'm sick of them. It is honestly pathetic. Like, how can they... He should be fired on the spot now. Tierney should be dragged out of Stockley Park, given his marching orders and fired. Because that's pathetic. Tarkowski's still on the pitch. Honestly, don't even try and tell us the PGMOL know what they're doing. Fucking shenanigans. That's pathetic. Honestly, I'm sorry, lads. That's pathetic. Free kick now. Soboslai sends it over the bar and wide. Look, lads, I'm sorry. I know I keep going back to this, but that's a stonewaller. That's not even debatable. Lee said, now watch him score the winner later. Jacko said, how was that cleared by VAR? That's dog shit. Your thoughts are the same as mine, mate. How was that cleared by VAR? Well, the answer is, because it's Paul Tierney. That's how. I warned before the game that I've no problems with the ref, but I do have a problem with Tierney on VAR. And yet again, the little clown has shown that he's not fit for the job. But they'll ban Arne for 3 games. Do you know what I mean? But you see these decisions and we're supposed to just live with it. Thank you, Liz. Much love to you as well. And you're right, Liz. It was a red. Russ, Gimpry indeed, sir. Thankfully, Mac is able to carry on. But I tell you what, if I'm Liverpool, everything's going through Tarkowski. I'm running at him. I'm winding him up. I'm fucking pulling the hairs on the back of his neck. I'm doing everything to get that prick sent off because he deserves to be. Josh said, if Jones at Spurs was a red, that was a stonewaller. I know, mate. It's absolutely pathetic. But somehow, somebody will come on and defend this clown. We'll be told again, oh, well, don't overreact. It was a debatable decision. Well, if it was debatable, let the ref make his mind up. Tierney took it out of the ref's hands again. We were told everything above the ankle. Everything above the ankle with studs up. That was nearly at his kneecap, kicking upwards. Scumbags. No words. I know, man. I'm with you. Justin Brown, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. And look, leaning into our forwards there, and that goes unnoticed by the fucking arseholes as well. Watch this attack. 2 of our players shoved in the back. Watch when the replay comes. And the ref doesn't do it. Blatantly, obviously, pushed in the back. But again, they did that at Goodison Park and got away with it. That check was ridiculously quick as well. It's disgusting is what it is, mate. One said, get Nunes on the karate kick Tarkowski in the chest. Blatant red. Craig, shocking, said Will. I know, lads. I know. Jota now in possession. Diaz, back to Jota. He's brought down. No! Oh my fucking days. Leg left out. Jota falls and felled over the leg, and the ref says, no, lad, stop it. Stop it. Just, no. No. No, no, no. If that's just a yellow, what does a red look like? Ridiculous. What's VAR even for? Nothing, apparently. Even though these Arsenal fans trying to tell us we're getting a PGMOL title. Are you fucking mad? Shane said, Tierney is such a damn clown. I'm at least glad Mac is okay. Much love to you, Craig, and the family. Thank you, bro. Freddie said, Tierney should be arrested. Again, we'll all get told we go over the top when everyone reacts to it, but there'll be no punishment for Tierney and his band of merry morons at Stockley Park. Clowns. Corner to Liverpool. Maka puts in the delivery. Salah, oh unlucky. Nearly drops the Salah on the far side, but it's with Pickford. Go on, Jota. Just jump on his kneecap, Diogo. Apparently that's okay. Everton have the ball in the net, but the offside flag's up. Let's have a look at this to make sure he is off. I think he's just off. I think he's just off, but either way, just bullshit defending yet again. By the way, Tierney be drawing these lines as well, so... Now, he's drawn these lines, but I'm not seeing when the ball's being played. I need to see this shot when the ball's being played, by the way. I mean, if you're going by the lines on the pitch, he's definitely off. But it's Tierney, so... Offside. And it still took too long. We're back on the way. Sloppiness in the sense. Again, though, our defence there, not good enough. Pickford. If Virgil has that about him here as a captain, he'd be telling the lads to wind up Tarkowski. Leave a little bit on him as well. Like, we need some dark arts here. And Tarkowski needs to be wound up. Diaz. Across the Gravenberch. Mielenko, wide left, cross in. Verge gets ahead on it. Lads, I'm still shocked by that Tarkowski challenge. Free kick to Liverpool. In the left back slot. Robbo to take it. Nope, he's actually leaving it for Kelleher. Salah hasn't had one touch. Well, that's a flat out lie. He's had the ball at least 4 times I can think of. Ipswich 1-0 up against Bournemouth, by the way, believe it or not. Broadhead with the goal, so it's Bournemouth 0, Ipswich 1. Canade. Gravenberch. To Virgil. Robbo. I mean, that's just shithouse pass from Virgil. It's just for the sake of a pass. Just no. He gives it to Robbo and he knows he's getting it back a second later. It was just a pointless waste of time. Diaz. Go on. Have a run at him, Lucho. Go on. You're allowed to go around the outside, Lucho. You don't have to cut inside into traffic all the time. Take him on the outside. Take him on the outside. There you go. Now you won a corner out of it. Better. Come on. Shane said, question, do you think Slott's trying to deploy Curtis as an inverted right back? Maybe. I mean, so far, so good. It's been alright. Corner. Maka whips it in. Jesus Christ. Pickford comes and gets a paw on it. Everton now trying to counter. Liverpool getting bodies back. So that's a foul, referee, is it? That's a foul, but the Ogre getting tripped up on the edge of the box isn't. Good man. Okay, I don't care who gifted that Carl lad a membership. He can fuck off. I've already blocked him, Evelyn. Don't worry about it. Clearly, he's not a Liverpool fan. I'm guessing he got gifted that membership and has just wasted someone's money. Canade. Out to Salah. 25 minutes on the clock, still scoreless. Go on, Mo. Gravenberch. Okay, why, lads? Stop with the sideways, backwards shit. Diaz. Deep cross. Jones keeps it in on the far side. Well done, Curtis. To Gravenberch. Somebody give him an option to Jones. Look at the space. Somebody into the space. Canade. Virgil. He's dragged back. Free kick. What do you think of Jones at right back? So far he's done alright. Roscoe, to be honest, mate. No, can't think of any glaring mistakes or anything so far. So, Gravenberch to Virgil. Down the line. Good ball, Robbo. Who was that to Diogo? Ooh, unlucky. Better. Fires across it. Just arrows it wide a little bit. But I don't know who this first ball was to. Oh, he was looking for Diaz, was he? Unlucky. Come on, boys. Right, folks, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, please do take a second. Hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate your support. Gravenberch now. Right side. Again, though, we stop, go backwards, let Everton reset. It's all too easy to defend. Diaz. Cross in. Good ball. Salah. Unlucky. Good ball. Diaz cuts inside, floats the ball to the far post. Salah heads it. The angle's against them. And it's pretty much straight into Pickford's hands. But, good spot. Better. Do you know what? To be fair, I've liked that Lucho has started to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes going outside, sometimes going inside. Not giving him a predictable outcome. Jack said, even Neville said it's a red card. Even though we got the ball, it was high studs in the follow-up. Yeah, I agree. He got the ball, continued upwards. Oh, look, here's a yellow. Beto gets a yellow now. So that's him on a yellow, Tarkowski on a yellow. Is Jota performing well? No, not particularly. But not poorly. He's done alright. Diaz, this time he tries to go around the outside. How is that not a foul, you prick? Oh, lads, I give up. Diaz literally pushed with a hand out to the ground. Watch this. Push to the ground. Flies through the air and the ref waves play on. Fucking scumbags. Honestly. Arsenal fans have the barefaced cheek to talk to us about a PGMOL title when WWE rules are apparently what's enforced today. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I don't. How is that not a foul? Like, he sent Jota flying through the air. There was that much force in it. Fuck me. So the Premier League's Match Centre have just tweeted, and it makes no sense. I'll read it out to you in a second. McAllister. They've said the referee's call of a yellow card for a reckless foul by Tarkowski was checked by the VAR with contact on the follow through after Tarkowski had played the ball deemed to be reckless. So, what? It was reckless? He hit him on the follow through and don't ask the ref to go to the monitor? So, it was reckless, which they've admitted, but it's a yellow? Fucking scumbags. I'm sick of it. Tierney needs investigating. It's beyond a joke now. It's beyond a joke. That's not even debatable. That's not even 70-30. That is a 99 times out of 100 red card. DJ John said, Craig, United fan here. Oh, I remember you, John. You got robbed of a red card. What's your thoughts about Trent leaving? What's the news about Salah? Big up, mate. Unsure what's going on with Salah. It looks... The vibes are positive, but we'll wait and see. What's my thoughts about Trent leaving? That he needs to man up and explain his decision. Other than that, it is what it is. And on the red card, I'm fed up of it, mate. Honestly, I'm fed up of the rules being changed. to allow these shenanigans because they so fucking badly want the title race that apparently rules don't apply anymore. Explain to me how Curtis Jones got sent off against Spurs and that isn't a red card. It makes no sense. Any other country, the ref would be getting... Look, it's shocking, man. It's shocking. They say it was a reckless foul themselves. I give up. Welcome to new football, Craig. Refs suck. You know, it's getting beyond thinking that they just suck now, in all honesty. And this one isn't so much on the ref, by the way. This is on Tierney. The ref sees it once, gets one chance to have a look at it. But what gets me, really what gets me, is that Tierney doesn't even think the ref needs to have another look at that. Diaz, go on, son. Strike, blocked, keeps it in. Come on, Lucho. But remember, these are the same officials who, when Pickford did Virgil's ACL, didn't think that was worth a red or at neither. So, what was that, Virgil? Oh, Everton have hit the post. It should have been 1-0 and Van Dijk has lost the plot. He's actually lost the plot, Virgil. I don't know what he's done there. He swings at the air and misses. And then Beddoes through and hits the post and we've cleared it. But my God, again. What on earth was that? That's Keystone Cops defending. I can't even explain to you the mess VVD made of that challenge there. We might see a replay of it in a second and I can try and explain it, but... So here's the replay. It's a header that Canade was fouled in, by the way, but of course they play on. Virgil comes out trying to fucking Daniel LaRusso it and misses the man and the ball, and then Beto hits the post. So no foul for Canade being lent into when he tries to win the header. Nothing to see there, of course. Then Virgil goes full Daniel LaRusso and misses everything. And then Beto hits the post. But the refs doing their absolute best to make sure that Everton get away with every snidey fucking foul. Well done, Diogo. Lucho. Ball in. Dom tries to dive and header but doesn't make contact and it goes wide. What a lot of people will miss out on there, by the way. They'll focus on Virgil missing the ball, which is fair enough. But watch the foul on Canade that the ref couldn't be bothered to give. Isak put Newcastle 1-0 up there just before half-time against Brentford. Oh, Jesus. Come on, boys. Jones now, wide right. Cuts inside, plays it to Maka. Cross, drops the edge of the box to Szoboszlai. Back to Maka, but he was being closed down. Szoboszlai's being closed down as well. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. Shane said, VVD needs to do better. Our captain, WTF. Yeah, it was, again, laughable. Kelleher to Virgil. Canade to Jones. Again, there's 5,000 people in the chat. If you can, hit that subscribe button, folks. We appreciate your support. And drop a like if you're enjoying the stream as well. Virgil now. 9 minutes plus stoppage time left in the first half. A first half that has seen the referee, again, lose control of the game. Not do his job. Paul Tierney, and I'm going to say this sincerely, he needs to be investigated. And I'm not saying necessarily the lad's doing anything dodgy. But at the very best, it's a dereliction of his duty. And he's not doing his job. And I don't want to hear from Gallagher or any of these other former ball ticklers of the PGMOL. I want honesty. And that decision from Tierney should be enough for him to be suspended. It is disgusting. Players' welfare, my arse. Doesn't give a damn McAnally gets his leg snapped. Gobshite. Everett now on the counter. The Corey. The Harrison. Crispy Chicken said Michael Oliver working VAR, shocking decision. I'm sure Tierney's on VAR. I'm absolutely certain Tierney's on VAR for this game. Red said need a change, maybe Chiesa for Jota or Salah. Corner to Liverpool here. 8 minutes to go. Craig, even Mike Dean on Sky said it was a red. So we've got Dean saying it was a red. Neville saying it was a red. But Paul Tierney, hang your fucking head, fella. Hang your head. Corner in. Cleared away. Second ball. Jones. Out to Maka. Another delivery in from Maka. Again, Everton first there to the ball. Suleiman said, I'm so tired to see how slow our attack has become. It's because we're too cautious in possession. It's just moving the ball sideways, backwards. Oh, Diogo again. For fuck's sake. Jota has a chance to nick that ball off the defender there, and he would have been clean through, but a half-arsed attempt again. He's not exactly making the manager's decision to play him here a good one. Crispy Chicken, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, bro. Appreciate you. A question. Are there more Liverpool fans than United fans in Ireland? Is it safe for me to visit? Do you know what? They're the two biggest supported teams. You throw Celtic in the mix as well, but mate, it probably is close to a 50-50 split there. Both clubs are extremely well supported in Ireland, and of course, mate, you'll be more than welcome onto our lovely little island. And oh, sorry, we're just defending a situation here. Well done, Robbo. So yeah, of course, mate, you'd always be welcome, and there's loads of United fans over here. Schmungus, I'd rather see someone rocket the ball than just pass it back slow. I get where you're coming from, my man. Ken said all we do is have possession for the sake of possession. Possession means nothing if you don't do anything with it. Again, I agree with you. As you can see, by the way, we've gone over 305,000. So if you can, please do keep hitting that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Alright, ref, you've already lost control of the game, you shithouse. Don't be making out now like you've got any fucking control over it, you little dope. Corner, deep, deep, deep from Everton. Kelleher comes out, claims it, well done, Queeveen. Rolls it out quickly. Soboslai to Diaz. Don't go backwards! Good footwork, Lucho. Now, give him an option. Well done, Lucho. To Salah. Ball again, Mo. Fucking hit it. Why aren't we shooting from there? Mo's at the edge of the 18-yard box on his left foot. Shoot. Three and a half minutes plus stoppage time to go. All these crosses, man. Just shoot when you get into these positions. Szoboszlai. The Gravenberch. Out to Salah. I think, by the way, Luis Diaz has absolutely justified Arne picking him. If of the forwards today so far, for me, Diaz has been the best of the bunch. Varied up his attacks and certainly been the one that's caused... Oh! Robbo! Oh, Jesus! So the ball's played in. Everton defenders make a mess of it. Robbo has to turn around and hit it quickly from about 9 yards out and can't even test the keeper. Turns around and blasts it high and wide. Professional footballers. 9 yards out. Virgil, again, headed to nobody, just straight out of play. So, John, I have something for you at half-time, mate, DJ John. Connor's just sent me on the ranking of clubs supported in Ireland, so I'll take you through it at half-time. Thank you, Connor. Virgil again, shoddy defending where he gives it straight to an Everton player. Close him down, come on. Gravenberch. Again, we're going the wrong way, boys. Szoboszlai to Salah. Szoboszlai. Back to Salah. Here comes the cross. Ball into Jones. Gravenberch. Hit. Deflected. Straight into Pickford's arms to Jamie Git. Better. At least they took a shot. How jammy is that, by the way? Comes off Tarkowski, who shouldn't even be on the damn pitch. Comes off the inside of his leg and straight into Pickford's arms. Jammy bastards. Jones across to Virgil. 4 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Robertson wins a corner. Come on, boys. 4 minutes of stoppage time added on. Corner to Liverpool left hand side. And by the way, even if we go on to win this game, I don't care. I'm going to be rinsing Tierney and the PGMOL. Even if we win this 5-0 in the second half. Don't care. That decision is disgusting. Corner. Maka to take it. Ball in. Again, cleared away by Pickford. Everton now counter-attacking. Even the Rick, every little fucking bobble is going Everton's way. They're so jammy. Harrison now with a cross. Second ball, Kelleher clattered into but still claims it. This Beto lad needs, honestly, he needs somebody to get stuck into him because he's so reckless. DJ John, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my man, appreciate you. This is another Everton game like the last one, said Gaming Gaz. Yep, well the referee loses control of it by not doing his damn job and VAR doesn't do it properly either. Look, there's a kick. A kick. Literally a flying kick in the air from Beto into Kelleher's arms. Brilliant stuff. I don't agree with this, by the way, mate. Let Talent and Van Dijk go get fresh blood in. I don't agree with that, but 2 minutes to go. Again, Everton looked for a long ball. Why did you let that bounce? Oh my God. What is Canada in? I'm fucking losing the will to live. What are our defenders at? Why is Canada letting that bounce? Stick it. Look, watch this shit. Watch. Ball bounces. He lets it bounce in behind him and then loses the foot race. Get your body in the way. Block the ball. Get a deflection. Brian, I'm getting to your super chat in a second, my man. I haven't forgotten about it. I just want to give it the attention it deserves. Jack Williams, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, mate. Another free kick to Everton. So Jota gets a foul given against them for less of a foul than was on him earlier that wasn't given. And it was a foul, but less of one than Jota's where the ref waved it away. This ref is an absolute spoofer. Brian, thank you so much, my man. Said, the league title is theirs, go grab the effing thing. I'm going to leave that up, Brian, for a while, because I think it deserves to be read by as many people as possible. Because you're right. Go get it. 2 hands out, grab the thing. Jesus Christ. Still waiting for this free. Harrison plays it in. And Everton get a free header on it. And thankfully it goes wide. Lads, our defending's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's half time now. Our defending is an actual disgrace. Every free kick, every corner, we're second best to. Free headers there. Again, coming from a stupid free kick given away in the edge of our own box. Not good enough for half time. Not good enough from the referee. Not good enough from Tierney. Not good enough from Jota. Just not good enough again. So, DJ John, I did promise you I'd give you some data on the following of clubs in Ireland. And Liverpool, according to this report anyway, have 443,500 Irish fans. Manchester United 441, so as I mentioned, really close. Then comes Chelsea with 254,000, Arsenal with 246, Manchester City with 209, Spurs, Everton, Leicester, Villa and Newcastle. Sorry, I need to compose myself for a minute because I'm fuming inside. Tom Pano, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Daniel Newman, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Both of you gents. So look, let's talk about the first half. And we've got to talk about everything. So let's look at the major decisions from Arne today. Jones at right back. I think we can say that's been fine. I've no issues with how Jones has played at all. Diogo Jota has been a little bit better, but still nowhere near good enough and not causing that central defensive partnership anywhere near enough trouble. He's not physical enough. In a game like this, we need that physicality. the decision to play Diaz over Gakpo, I think, has been justified. For me, anyway, Luis Diaz has been the best of the front three and has given Everton the most problems and the most things to think about. That's my brief take on the first half. Central, the pairing between Virgil and Canade has been all kinds of embarrassing. Swinging at thin air shots, losing their battles with Beto, giving free headers again from free kicks right at the end of the first half. It's just not good enough. It just isn't good enough. They should know better. And the referee is a joke. A joke. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the PGMOL having too big of an input on the Premier League. It's disgusting. Gavin Glynn, thank you for the super sticker, mate. Appreciate you. JC, said shit first half, created pretty much nothing. The two chances we kind of had, one was a strike from distance from Gravenberch, which Everton got really lucky with the deflection there as well. And Salah's header at the back post, which was never really going to trouble Pickford. Colin said, Craig, Liverpool seem to lack belief. Diaz is playing great and is the only threat we have. Maybe Chiesa in the second half, said Madeni. Any updates on Gakpo's injury? Well, he's on the bench, so, seemingly fit enough anyway there. So look, at half-time, let's have a look at the substitution options. We've got Endo, Darwin, Chiesa, Gakpo, Elliott, Costas, McConnell, and Kwanzaa as outfield options. When are we going to just admit that we need to get Jota off that pitch tonight? Either go with Darwin or Chiesa. I don't really care at this point, but Diogo, once again, has done nothing. Salah has been involved, but not enough. And this insistence we have to cross the ball needs to stop. Shoot. Work yourself into shooting positions and shoot. These half-arse crosses into a centre forward who's half the size of the centre backs makes no damn sense. And also, we need to stop going sideways and backwards and slowing down our own attacks. Gakpo through the centre, said Harry Klein. Mrs. used to be a coach for a local side, a big Chelsea fan. Can't watch football anymore because of refereeing decisions, said Barry Ward. It's shocking. Now, it's not even debatable that that's a red card. There's some of these super chats that I don't feel happy to bring up on screen, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to. Just because you spend money on a super chat doesn't mean I'm going to let you rinse the manager and speak about him in a way like you've done, mate. So sorry, that's not going up. Steve said, hoping Arne tears into them at half-time to pull the fingers out. There is a league to be won. Arsenal need no encouragement to start believing again. Absolutely agree. And again, these are the decisions that Arne Slot made to stay with the same attacking options that has shit the bed and not done anything. And I don't understand Jota still being on the pitch again. And Salah as well, if we're being really honest about it, he's not really doing anything to justify his decision to be played again. Even Sky now are having to bring up the considerations for red cards because everybody around the world that watched this game that doesn't at least despise Liverpool knows that that was a red card and that the referee has been screwed over by Tierney once again on VAR. Absolute disgraceful decision. Disgraceful. Let's have a look at some of the stats in the first half. Liverpool 72% possession to Everton's 28%. I'm watching the replay again. It is so scumbaggy of a challenge that I'm actually getting wound up here looking at it. Lewis, all good, my man, all good. Look, I'm not happy with his decisions either, mate. I got to be honest with you, I ain't. But I get where you're coming from, but I appreciate your understanding. LFC Tom said Kung Fu FC. Yeah, and they get away with it. And that's the problem. Remember, there's that one. There was the one that he pushed and sent Diaz flying through the air, no free kick. Jota gets fouled edge of the box, no free kick. It's actually just disgusting at this point. Stargirl said, Craig, my dad is shouting the same things. Well, your dad clearly knows what he's looking at. Look, anybody who's ever played football knows that challenge from Tarkowski was a shithouse challenge. It's clear as day. Coward. Absolute coward. Remember Macca getting a red first game of the season last season, said Ken. Again, I'm going to go back to Curtis Jones at Spurs. That was a red. Mitigation even off the top of the ball didn't matter. Winning the ball doesn't let you go through the player. And Tarkowski went studs up in through the player, and it was basically the back of his fucking knee. It was that high. Even Big Dunk said it was a straight red, said Harty, because it was. And Paul Tierney should be absolutely ridiculed for this and suspended at the very least with an investigation, because every time that little bell end is at the fucking scene of the crime, every time the little jumped up clown. Don't talk to us about respect for referees and officials when we're seeing this shit again. If the Premier League actually cared about its own product, they would stop this shit. Because it's embarrassing. We get it. You want a title race. We get it. But it shouldn't come at the expense of players' welfare. Will said even Cara Ferguson are saying defo red card. Do you know what the really, really infuriating thing is? That Tierney didn't even think it was worth the ref having another look. That's the scummy thing about this. The ref, I'll always understand the ref missing something when they get one decision, one chance to look at it. Tierney, the little gimp that he is, sitting there in Stockley Park with his no doubt fucking 2-inch todger, most likely erect at getting to focus over again, he gets a pass for not doing his job. That isn't, at the very least, worth asking the ref to come and have another look at, Tierney, no? Fucking clowns. Carl said we need Elliott and Chiesa, play through the middle. Chiesa scored in Wembley. What more does the guy need to show Slot that he should be playing? I agree, but I just get the feeling, Carl, that Arne just didn't want him brought in and is trying to prove a point that, well, I didn't want this player, I didn't ask for this player, I'm not playing this player. Even to the detriment of a result at this point, because he's better than Jota has been, and I don't get it. It's just being stubborn for the sake of it. Al said, greetings, we look lost, I hope we don't bottle the league. We won't bottle the league, but you're right about us not being good enough. I've no complaints on that one. We need to move the ball quicker, said Red. Again, mate, do not disagree. Nolly Pop said absolutely SH1T. Demetrius said Paul Tierney is a Wigan fan, Mank born and bred. Look, to me, this should be about more than just whether you like or hate Liverpool or not. That's about player welfare. And McAllister could have had a broken leg. Could have done ligaments in the back of his knee. And he doesn't think that that's worth the ref looking at for that disgusting challenge. He's such a little prat. Harry said Kwanzaa should be subbed on at right back. I don't particularly think Jones has done bad, mate. If I'm being honest, if I'm looking, I mean, my eyebrows were raised when the decision was made, but if I'm looking for people that I don't think are doing enough. Well, I'm looking at Salah and Jota first and foremost. And my next area of contention is actually centre-back. Because Virgil and Canade have one Everton striker to deal with, and he's running two of them ragged. So much so that Virgil's having a swing and a miss at the ball. Canade's letting balls bounce that he should be intercepting. And they got lucky that he was indeed offside, or we'd be 1-0 down for comical defending again. Johnny, apologies, mate. Although I don't know your real name, but we'll go with Johnny. Chiesa on now, sick of this toothless attack. And you're right, bro. I did indeed initially miss the super chat, mate. Sorry. I did see it, believe it or not. I just got so wound up and distracted I forgot to get back to it. My apologies, sir. Chiesa and Elliott need to come on at half time, said Aaron Taylor. LFC Cal said, in 6 months the PGMOL will be using that tackle on Maka as textbook red card. Just like they did with the other one that they didn't give, the Doku kick to his chest. There's some clowns, honestly. It would be laughable if there wasn't so much at stake. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything else. 1 second. Right. G-Man said, most blatant dread I've ever seen. Paul Tierney is always at the scene of the crime. It's like our players know we're getting robbed. It throws us off. There's no excusing it. Honestly, the PGMOL need to investigate what happened there. And I'm not trying to say that there's corruption, but at the very least, the man isn't fit to do his job. Roger said, do the PGMOL realise the hurt and anger they cause every bloody game? My remote flew across the room. Maybe I should send Gallagher the bill. It's shocking. The Premier League are allowing these absolute frauds to ruin their own league. And it's not just Liverpool fans. Go ask Arsenal fans or other clubs fans how they feel about the PGMOL. This isn't a Liverpool-centric problem. This is absolutely dereliction of duty from these clowns. And we're supposed to respect them. How can you respect that? Respect is earned, not given. And these clowns have earned nothing other than ridicule. That is a disgusting decision. It scares me because if this was a run-in with the old city, we would have fallen away like we've seen so many times. Another heartbreak. Sky's still showing the challenge on Maka over and over again because they know, everybody knows, the world's watching. The world's watching. Even Mike Dean shaking his head in disbelief. All the pundits on Sky, all of them, all they're in disbelief that Tarkowski hasn't been given a red. Excuse me. Liverpool lad, sorry, I did see your request, mate, for me to give you a shout out. My apologies. Hope you're well, sir. Welcome in, Liverpool lad. Appreciate your support. Second half about to get underway. Alan, I'll get to your super chat now in a second, bro. So it's Liverpool 0, Everton PGMOL 0. Second half to get underway. And we're off. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped. A quick reminder, you can get 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with a code Anfield20. Craig, Benitez didn't play Robbie Keane for the same reason. That cost us the league that year when we drew about 12 games while leaving a proven goal scorer on the bench. Nothing new in football. Oh, it's just shocking, lads. And there's Jota again, bringing the ball down but having it taken off him straight away. It's just, like, there's no holding people accountable. It just seems like you go out there and stink off the gaff and the manager just plays you again anyway. Jota failed against PSG, failed against Newcastle, and is failing again against Everton. And Arne doesn't drag him off at half time. Sends out the same team again. Salah. Gravenberch. We are at... Sorry, I'll sync up at 46.5. My apologies. Diaz. To Robbo. Gravenberch. Again, sideways and backwards. That's exactly it, said Nolly Pop. Where's the accountability? It doesn't exist, mate. Corner to Liverpool. Right, we're coming up now to 46.30, so bear with me to sync up. We are at 46.30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40. Rain said the commentators both seemed to think it was a red until they heard what VAR decided, then changed it up saying just under a red. Scary. It's disgusting, Rain, is what it is, mate. Calculated and it's disgusting. Corner whipped in. Comes off Everton player's back and it'll be another Liverpool corner. Look, I'm going to say it like it is, Rain. I don't care what team you support, what level you played football at. Anyone that knows that about the game knows that was a red. It's not debatable. Don't let anybody talk you around to it. Don't let all these clowns in the next few days try and play it down. It was a red. We were screwed. It's clear as day. Another corner in. Again, guess who's there? Tarkowski to head it away. G-Man, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Diaz wins the ball back. Carla, how are you, my friend? Carla said, I'm a United fan and that was a clear red. WTF. Appreciate your honesty, Carla, and your support of our channel, mate. Thank you. Diaz into Jota, who jumps over it this time. Just jumps over the ball to make sure the Everton defender gets it. Good man, Diogo. Having a blinder here. Luigi said, Craig, loving the watch-alongs. Good to be back, and I agree it should have been a red. I really do appreciate the United fans like Carla and John and others in the chat who were saying exactly that. It should have been a red. That sincerity and that honesty is really appreciated, folks. Salah now to Jota. To Szoboszlai. Again, 2 yards sideways to Gravenberch. Why? Everything in front of Everton's just so easy. Move it quicker. Crossed in. No, crossed in on the centre circle or centre penalty spot. Not a Liverpool player within 5 yards where the ball was played. Michael Morris, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Michael. Appreciate you, sir. Robbo. Another cross to fucking nobody. Straight into Pickford's arms. Who are we crossing the ball to? Like, do they still think Crouchy's there from the game against Chelsea? I don't know who they think they're crossing the ball to. But Diogo Jota ain't out jumping 2 6-foot plus centre backs. Jones now down the right hand side. Stops, gives Everton a chance to reset, of course. Back into Szoboszlai. Gravenberch, give Everton a chance to get a couple of more bodies back behind the ball. Lucho. There's the cross, and there's the Everton centre-back with the header once again. Or with the clearance, excuse me. Szoboszlai to Jones. To Jota. Szoboszlai. Jota, Pickford's foot makes the save and the offside flag's gone up. Yeah, he was offside. It was the right decision. Szoboszlai coming back and was just off. Right, Arne's got to read the room here and know that you can't be rewarding this crap again. Robbo to Jota, who plays the ball straight to fucking Decore. Oh no! Is Arne seeing a different Jota that I'm seeing? Because the one I'm seeing is either giving the ball away all the time or losing his 50-50s. Everton now on the attack. Ball pulled back across. Oh, well done, Dom. Slides in to clear it. Idrissa Gana Gay now. Gravenberch. Salah, who gets... Lads, I'm going to lose the will to live here. Well done, Queeveen. Keeps it in play. Salah taking too many touches and giving the ball away 20 yards out from our own goal. For the love of God. Brentford have equalised against Newcastle. Brian Mbuemo penalty makes it 1-1 there. Jota again. Another attempted shot / cross blocked. Harvey said they're targeting our centre backs and not Jones. Yep. Imagine one centre forward outworking two man mountains in Canade and Virgil. Maka. Back to Diaz. Gravenberch. Oh, unlucky. Gravenberch at least makes the keeper do something. Well done, Ryan. Gets a shot. It's palmed away by Pickford and cleared behind for Liverpool corner. Better. More of that, please. Well done, Ryan. At least he's having a pop. And well done, Mo, for pulling your foot away as well. Making sure we got the corner. Another corner in. Another one that Everton win. Their centre-backs win and now they're starting to counter. Harrison now on the attack. Cuts inside and makes a mess of it thankfully and goes straight through to Kelleher. Diaz to Maka. Hit it Maka. Took an extra touch too long and it was blocked. Everton player down, pretending he's got a fucking head injury so the ref stops the game. Absolute shithouse. Jota. Oh look, all of a sudden the head injury is now a little bit better. And it's become a different part of the body. He went down holding his head. Watch the replay. It's a right ankle challenge and the prick went down holding his head. Watch. He goes down, arms over his head. Trying to cheat the referee into stopping the game. I've seen it all now, lads, honestly. Shane said, what the hell is Jota still on the pitch? Get Harvey and Chiesa on now. I have a gut feeling Faltowski will score in the 90th minute. Oh, Tierney will. He'd want to get a wipe to clean his screen if that happens. Salah. Well done, Mo. Rob, I'll get to your super chat in a sec. Oh, it's offside actually against Salah. So Rob Keys said, blue here, Craig, from Ireland also. Well, welcome, Akara. I first came across you when the outbursts used to go viral. I've grown to like your content. As a blue, I'm saying that was 100% a straight red card. Officials in this league are appalling. Rob, honestly, mate, means more than you'll know, bro. Both for the kind words about the content, which I really appreciate, and your honesty. Because they make us believe that we're all delusional, Rob. And I promise you, mate, I do appreciate you saying that, because it wasn't even a debate for me. It was so obvious. And what gets me about it, Rob, is to not even ask the ref to look. That's the part that really just makes you realise you're getting screwed. Oh, Salah, Diaz. Oh, how does that not go in? Bit of a goal-mouth scramble and Everton somehow get it away. But we're getting closer. We're knocking on the door. The Facebook Network said, since everybody might need a laugh, I skipped the morning sexy time to watch this. I fear I've made a grave mistake. Oh, dude. Never turn down morning sexy time. You take it all. Oh, dude, that's a rookie mistake. What you do there is you pause the game and then you fast forward through the breaks and play. And by the time at half time, you've caught back up and you've had sexy time. I feel your pain, mate. Hit it, Diogo. Hit it! 1-0! Diogo! 1-0! Take that, you cheating shites! Woo! Woo! 1-0, Diogo. You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. 1-0, Diogo restores a bit of faith in him, stays on, sends the defenders one way, puts the keeper on his backside, slips it to his left-hand side. It is 1-0 to Liverpool. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, New Lawn. Whoop, whoop. You don't blame it on the sunshine. You don't blame it on the moonlight. You don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. Go on, New Lawn. I just can't control my feet. Take that, Tierney, you little gimp. Everton appealing for an offside, but never made an attempt to play the ball. Good work from Diogo. Slalom and run. Left, right, left, right. Diaz didn't do anything there. I'm waiting for this. We're back underway. Goal given. Tierney, I'm sure, would have loved to have tried to give that offside, but Diaz didn't even make an attempt to play the ball, so right decision. And the Reds are 1-0 up. That's Bedo's, what, 5th foul? Oh, look. Is that Tarkowski down? Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Poor Tarkowski. I hope he's okay. Shithouse. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. Blue and white shite, blue and white shite. Hello, 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 hello. Blue and white shite, blue and white shite. Hello, hello. Virgil again explained to the referee the levels of gimpery that they've reduced themselves to. Elmir said, Jota, you beaut, sick of these clowns. Absolutely. Fair play to Diogo. He's made us all look foolish, and I'm very happy to look foolish. In fact, I'm quite good at looking foolish. Diogo took that. That was a very Diogo Jota-esque goal as well. Slalomed his way in, stuck a couple of defenders on their backside, and also the keeper. It was a great finish. Credit to Diogo for the finish. So, almost at the hour mark. Liverpool 1, Everton 0. Sorry, give them their full title. Everton, Paul Tierney, PGMOL 0. Diaz. The Gravenberch. Maka. Let's go get the second and kill it off, boys. Ibu. Don't let the intensity drop. Don't let Everton back in. Don't give them a sniff. Robertson. Diaz. Ball in, cleared by Everton. Shane said, Jota, we weren't familiar with your game. Well, I hope I hope that gets the confidence back. And look, it justifies the manager leaving him on. Credit where it's due, he took it well. But now we've got to make sure we see this out and go and get the second. You can see Arne's deep in thought there at the minute. Alex, question. Who comes on now? What changes do they make? Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, in these type of situations, I'd probably, now that we've gotten the lead, I'd probably react to the changes that Everton make. So, if Everton bring on, let's say, a couple more attackers, I'd probably react with an extra body in midfield or whatever. So, it will be interesting to see what both managers do now. And Nollipop said, we don't look foolish. Diogo just finally performed as asked. Well, yeah, there's that as well, mate. Yeah. Look, either way, we're happy we scored and we're ahead. So, good news all around in that regard. Right, we're only 13 subscribers away from another 100 on the channel. So if you can subscribe, please do. And don't forget, if you want to come and see us in our end of season shows, you can get your tickets to both our last day of the season show and our show on the 28th of May as well. Both at the Hot Water Comedy Club. Both of them you can get your tickets with the link in the description. I can't wait to be in Liverpool twice in 1 week for 2 shows. And thank you to everyone that's got their tickets so far. There's so much I want to tell you about the last day of the season show, but some of it isn't fully confirmed yet, so I can't. But it's going to be a great day. Dan said, put Endo on. Mate, I'm never unhappy to see our Japanese warrior on. TOTT2KZ1 said, remember, if we win this game, straight to the Everton fans to celebrate. To be fair, Rob and a couple of other Everton fans have come into the chat and been really honest and fair today, and credit to all of them. Same with some of the United fans in the chat as well. Somehow I think I've done my shoulder there, lads, at some point. I don't know what I've done, but... So Diogo gets a yellow now from the ref. Good man. Good man, ref. That whatever Diogo gets booked for, that's the same level of punishment there as Tarkowski got. Right, ball back through to Kelleher, who brings it back into the penalty area, picks it up, rolls it out to Virgil. Man on, Virg, man on. Across to Canade. Colin said, Connor get changed, made Craig to come off injury. Yeah. Yeah, the old rotator cuff in the right shoulder is gone. Crosby, get ready, get your microphone ready. Oh, good challenge, Virgil. Everton trying to thread a ball through. Virgil slides in and gets the block. We're all on the beer, Craig said. Paul, oh, don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. Make sure you're on the beer as well for our shows if you're coming along. I want everybody drunk and raucous. I want to have I want everyone to be in good form. I want to be singing along, enjoying people. And on the Wednesday show, I might even have a couple of drinks myself. Or else Dave's going to sort me out with some herbal infusion. You're right, Hoarder. Jota can't buy a foul, mate. I was just thinking that myself. Elbows to the head and all now, and the ref's just saying, nah, work away. Harty said, Diaz has been unreal tonight. I couldn't agree more, mate. He's my man of the match so far, Luis Diaz. I think he's been brilliant. Liz, are you going full Adidas for the shows? How many Freddos tall is Connor? Well, a fair few Freddos more than me, Liz. Am I going full Adidas? Probably. in all honesty. I have a new green Adidas hoodie upstairs that I haven't worn yet, so perhaps, Liz, perhaps. Although I feel like I might need a Where's the Money John hoodie for one of them, Liz. What do you reckon? Anybody know where I could treat myself to a Where's the Money John hoodie with 10% off if I was a member? Aaron said, just left the gym now. You're pumping me up to have a pint. What's this gym you speak of, Aaron? Oh, Gaim. Gaim. But yes, mate. I mean, you've worked out, Aaron. Do you know what I mean? You've earned the pint. Enjoy it. Gaim. Macca again with the corner. Ooh, every one of Macca's deliveries have at least given the lads a fighting chance. Another corner. Craig, I'm a Scouser. Where's your next out of Liverpool show? I just want to travel. None booked in, G-Man. We're looking at maybe Canada for September. We're still looking into that one. But we've 2 in Liverpool. May 25th, last day of the season. May 28th. Both at the Hot Water, which is our home in Liverpool. By the way, if you've never been, even never mind one of our shows or whatever, if you haven't been to Blackstock Market, which is the new home for Hot Water Comedy Club, go down and check it out. Even just on a normal day, any day of the week, there's 8 to 10 food stalls, free music, and then there's different theatres, different comedians. It is an epic place. 2 Scouse brothers spent about 8 million quid, I believe, doing up the facility as well. It's unbelievable. You never expect that to be behind the building when you go into it. It's incredible. Every time I go over, it's getting better and better as well. Gravenberch. Any update on the VVD contract? Nothing new that I know anyway, L70. There was some talk about Mo today from Santi_J_FM. But yeah, I hope we're going to get good news on both of those soon. Soboslai, fouled free kick. Wesley, how are you, bro? Who's had the worst refereeing performance, this clown or that Oliver game? So, I always try to... I know this is going to sound a bit mad coming from me, mate, but I always try to be understanding of the refs. And for the lack of a red card, I'm not putting that on the ref. Because the ref sees it once, in real time, and I can absolutely understand him erring on the side of yellow. But it's up to the VAR to say to him, ref, I think you need to have a look at this again. And he didn't do that, and that's just not good enough. Other than that, though, yeah, look, I think the ref has, again, fallen into this trap of, it's a derby, I'm going to let certain things go. And it's just not the way to referee this, because it just emboldens people to be shithouses. Diaz, again, fouled, pushed to the ground. O'Brien this time. Heading for the 70-minute mark at Anfield. Still 1-0 to the Reds. Diogo Jota with the goal, and a fine goal it was as well. So we said at the start of the match, the manager lives and dies by these decisions. Well, if that ends up being the winner, you got to say, Arne got that one right. Another ball in. Second ball breaks. Everton clear it away. Decore now. And die for Everton. Yeah, Dom, you're supposed to kick the ball when you do a sliding challenge, bro. Soboslai slides in and forgets to do the kicking of the ball part. Well done, Jones. Well done. Good intensity from Jones. Corner to Everton. Ball thrown down the line. Canade comes across, heads it behind. Decore turning around to try and get the Everton fans up on their feet. Oh, don't get me wrong. I thought in real time it was a red card as well. I'm just trying to mitigate any type of understanding for the ref. That's what VAR is supposed to be there for. Kelleher comes, gets 2 strong fists on it. It'll be another Everton corner. Here's a stat for you from Up to Joe. James Tarkowski has now been booked the joint most times in Premier League history without being shown a red card, with 63. Walking a tightrope, they go on to say. Still near a change here from Arne. Again, Kelleher, don't get caught up wrestling with the players, mate. Focus on your own job. Look, how is O'Brien doing anything other than impeding the keeper here, by the way? Like, honestly, this shit's mental. He stands there with his arms like that around Kelleher. It is blatantly impeding the goalkeeper, and they get away with it. It's fucking hilarious. Honestly. Doesn't even try to do anything to the ball. O'Brien's only job there was to just put his arms around and block Kelleher, and that's fine. Obstruction doesn't exist, apparently. Only one subscriber away from 305,200, so please do keep hitting that subscribe button, folks. Appreciate your support tonight. So far, so good. 18 minutes to go. Liverpool leading by 1-0, but we know that a 1-goal lead's a nervy one. Well done, Mo. Oh, then he makes a bollocks of it. We've won it back, though. Again, Jota plays it to the Everton player. Jones wins it back. Robbo now fires in a cross, put behind by Branthwaite, I think, and it's another Liverpool corner. Good delivery that from Andy Robertson. Jota had found a bit of space between the two centre-backs. Robbo whips in a very good cross, and Branthwaite does well to head it behind. Right, lads, come on, make one of these count. Mac has been putting in good deliveries. Another good delivery from Maka. Again, Everton head on it. He's put it right into the mixer, right into the area every time, McAllister. And we've been second best to every ball. In fact, now we've given away a free kick as well. Oh, I agree, the Liverpool profit, but you know, you're always nervy when it's just a 1-goal lead. So Virgil's been wrapped his arm round the neck by Tarkowski, and the ref, being the dickhead that he is, misses that and sees Virgil pushing him to the floor. Misses the part about Tarkowski wrapping his arm round Virgil's neck. These lads, these referees, honestly, this lad must have won a competition on the back of the cornflakes or something. Darwin coming on now to be replaced by Diogo. I hope the instruction to Darwin was just go on there and kick the shite out of Tarkowski. So Jota off, Darwin on. I hope he has sharpened those elbows of his. Jesus, Canade. Now kicking the ball in the wrong direction backwards. This Beto lad, honestly, he's a gimp. Triple substitution out. Coming up from Gollum. Craig, I love you and I want to have your twins. Well, Connor's waiting for me to say it, aren't you, Connor? Huh? Waiting for me to say it. But that's not possible, unfortunately, my friend. Well done, Robbo. Liverpool throwing on the far side. Schmunga said, I wish we had all the Scouse lads on, to be honest. Well done, Robbo again. Diaz. Such quick feet. How is that a free kick, ref? He fell to the ground. This lad, honestly. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, as well, we will be asking you in our match reaction for your man of the match, and we'll be asking you if you'd like to submit your player ratings as well, so keep an eye for that coming up. Here comes the change from Everton. And while they're making that change, I'll just remind you, tickets are on sale right now for 2 shows. If you'd like to come and see us, you can get your tickets by scanning the QR code there on the screen. The reason I bring it up now, Everton making 3 changes. And also, of course, don't forget about our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. 20% off and free shipping store-wide using the code Anfield20. Why not treat yourself to the Beard and Balls bundle or anything else from manscaped.com. Everton about to make their 3rd change here now. Still going through the substitutions, by the way. That's why I was bringing up the advertising stuff. Gamer Gaz said I had an eventful week. Ended up in hospital on Mother's Day after finding out I popped something in my back and now I have a kidney infection. Ouch. Well, I hope you are back to full health, Gaz, as soon as possible, my man. And yeah, hopefully that clears up for you, mate. I know they can be quite painful. I had gallstones once upon a time myself, and one of the most painful things I've ever experienced. Apart from Paul Tierney on VAR. And loads of people in the chat as well wishing Gaz well. Top people. Appreciate you all. Right, Virgil. Cleared it. Second balls, boys. Soboslai. Back to Verge, who puts his boot through it and goes long. Give a chase, Mo. Give a chase. He's been wrestled again, referee. Comrade Onyx, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Appreciate your support. Maka. So far, I've got to say, I'm leaning towards Luis Diaz for man of the match. I don't even think it's close, to be honest. But for me, we're talking McAllister, Diaz, Gravenberch has done well. Throw in Liverpool, far side of the pitch. Diaz. Jones. Jones has done well as well, by the way. Salah. Down the line to Dom. Low cross in. Again, Everton get a foot on it and clear it. Second ball out of the box. Decore clears it. Liverpool have the second ball though with Virgil. To Robbo. Nothing on there, so Robbo goes back to Quivine. Good ball into midfield to Ryan Gravenberch. You said Gollum, Craig, had to become a first-time member for that comment, as well as your response to Threesome comment last week. Top banter. Really appreciate that, my man. Thank you, Comrade Onyx. I feel like it's been a while since I got to say Gollum. I do think he looks like, jokes aside, I genuinely think Moyes looks like it. But I do think Moyes is a decent fella, in all honesty. Everton through and through at this point, but always comes across as a fairly decent fella. Adam said, who's the bigger legend for Liverpool, Trent or Origi? Look, it's Trent. You know, Origi is a cult hero, but Trent did achieve a lot with us. And as much as leaving and the way he's leaving is annoying the shit out of us. Oh, Diaz. Oh, cleared off the line. Oh, look, another shot blocked. Trent could have dealt with this situation way better for me, and it's the way he's gone about it that's left a sour taste. But he's achieved a lot with us as a player, and 2 league titles at the end of this season, a couple of Champions Leagues, or a Champions League, sorry. He's won it all, so he therefore goes down in the legend category. But he's nowhere near what he could have been if he had have stayed on. He won't be ever spoken about in the Kenny Dalglish, Steven Gerrard-esque category. Or he's certainly below Mohamed Salah as well. Let's make that very clear. Oh, Everton on the attack. Decore. And die. Stand them up. Cross in. Fucking diving shithouses. Goal kick. Brighton 0, Aston Villa 3. Wow. Where is he off to there, like? Was that Ashley Young, was it? Oh, yeah, came double ricochet. Nice. Crispy Chicken said, it baffles me why we're never dangerous on corners. I agree, mate. Especially when you see the size and the physicality of our 2 centre-backs. Liverpool throwing now, far side of the pitch. Do keep hitting that subscribe button, folks. And we're closing in on 2,000 likes as well. So if you can hit that like button for me, really appreciate it. Keith Seary said, you can see Liverpool need a striker in the summer. No argument for me, Keith, my friend. Hopefully we get the right one in, bro. Cody Gakpo getting stripped off and ready to come on as well. And thank you, Keith. £6 plus stoppage time to go at Anfield. The slenderest of leads, but a lead nonetheless. Would like the second, though, to kill it off. Virgil heads the ball forward. Diaz. Darwin. Soboslai. Good ball, Maka. Salah laid off. Good ball. Good football. Diaz. Hit it, son. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Somebody bleeding shoe. Fuck me. Oh, lads. Hit it. Somebody hit the fucking... Oh, my God. I'm going to cry, lads. I'm going to cry. It's like we're playing a game of let's do everything but shoot and see how many passes we can do in the 18-yard box. For the love of God, pull the trigger. That should have been goal number 2, by the way, but we took too much out of the ball again. Luis Diaz now being replaced. He's created 6 chances, by the way, in this game. Great performance from Lucho. So Cody Gakpo coming on to replace Luis Diaz for the last 5. Brilliant performance that from Lucho. Chermiti on to replace Decore as well for Everton. Only 80 likes, by the way, away from 2,000. So thank you to everyone that's hit the like button. Appreciate you. Oh, Dom's caught late there, ref. Oh, no. Darwin's down. Pickford's down. Pickford playing the Forrest Gump impression again. Szoboszlai's down with a broken groin. Darwin's down, holding his knee. Pickford's limping around like a fucking fruit pastille. Yeah, that's it, Darwin. Roll onto the pitch. Good man. Love it. Love it, Darwin. Absolutely love the shithousery. Roll on the pitch, Darwin. Good man. Oh yeah, Pickford kicking another one of our players there for no reason. Another assault from Pickford there. That goes unpunished. Oh, he's booking Darwin. He's booking Darwin for rolling back on the pitch, but Pickford gets away with assaulting him. I fucking love this league, lads. Honestly. Darwin's getting a yellow for rolling back onto the pitch, but Pickford assaulting him, no problem. He's such an absolute... There's a word I'd like to use for Pickford, but I'd get in trouble. He's a fucking shithouse. Go on, Darwin. Wind them up. Good man. Jesus Christ. Jay Rich, how are you, bro? Said, hi, Craig, mate. Great show. Love these nights watching your show. Thank you. Who would you rate better, fullback, Trent or Steve Nicol? I didn't get all that much of Stevie Nichol's time. But look, I've got to say, Trent's probably the most creative right back I've seen at Liverpool. But if you're asking me for my favourite, I'm probably going to go be very biased about this and go Steve Finnan. Also Rob Jones. I know his career was blighted by injury, but I thought Rob Jones was incredible as well. But I'm going to say Finnan was probably my favourite. But yeah, Nicol, great player, awful pundit. Well done, Jones. Everton throw in down near our corner flag. A couple of people saying Marcus Babbel as well was a good shout. Marcus Babbel was a fine player. My lads, come on. Another ball in. Yeah, that's it, Kelleher, back in your line. Oh, well done. Block again, boys. Stand, stand. Stand. Offside, free kick Liverpool. Come on. Right. So, a couple of comments to get through. Harry said, I know Nunes is frustrating, but he's so likeable. Oh, he's a good shithouse as well, mate. I'm with you. Just shows you, or no, mate, this ref is not fit to referee big games, said Luke. I don't think you're going to get much of an argument there. What have we got? 6 minutes added on, which feels about right, to be honest. Schmungus said, just shows you what you can get away with in this game. Yep. Grew up when Rob Jones was right back, did everything but score, that lad. Oh, he was brilliant, Shane. Absolutely brilliant. Such a shame, injuries and whatnot, but yeah, he was a brilliant right back, Jonesy. I'll tell you what, his namesake hasn't done too bad tonight. Curtis has not put in a bad shift at all. Mielenko now. Another cross in. Virgil heads it away. Come on, boys. Don't be dropping deep and giving these shithouses encouragement. Cleared away by Virgil again. Darwin. Maka. into the channel looking for Gakpo, but Everton will get a man back soon. Branthwaite's there to cover. Plays the ball in field. Come on, Dom. Back at him. Back at him. Back at him, Dom. There you go. Let that one go out, boys. Goal kick. Come on. Concentration, boys. Right, Endo coming on now to replace Mohamed Salah. Right, here we go. Mo off, Endo on, gum shield in. The man means business. Can we get Pierluigi Collina back, please? Oh, mate, that man should be cloned. And the greatest referee of my lifetime, without any hesitation. Pierluigi Collina was fantastic. Fantastic referee. Right, Everton free kick inside their own half. They're going to go long with it. They're going to go route one. Hold the high line, boys. No dropping deep. Three minutes, Paul, mate. 3 minutes to stop. It's time to go. Headed away by Robbo. Come on, boys. Chase it down. Chase it down. That's it. Don't give them a second to settle on it. Stand. Stand. Well done. Good deep defending. Hooked away. Ah, ref, get out of the way, you prick! Look at that defender from Curtis Jones. Branthwaite right behind him. Jones outstretched left leg. Well done, Curtis. Great bit of defending, lad. Camera pans to Trent. Two minutes of stoppage time to go. Virgil to Jones. That's it. Just fucking clear your lines at this rate. Darwin. Maka. Darwin. There's no one there, Darwin. Fucking. Jesus Christ. Broha now. Fucking Darwin. Come on, boys. Close them down. Everton corner. Fuck me. I'm getting flashbacks here, lads. I'm getting fucking flashbacks. Defend this goddamn corner. Forrest Gump's coming up from the back. Lads, defend this corner. Defend it, defend it. I don't care what you have to do. Defend it. Cleared away. Liverpool free kick. Kelleher was fouled. Well done, Queeveen. If this is to be his last game for the Reds, let it be a derby win. My precious. Blue and white shite, blue and white shite. Hello, hello. Right, ball's played long upfield. Lads, we need to be winning these second balls, giving them nothing. That's it, well done. Jones goes out left side. Hex, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. Well done, Robbo. Oof, unlucky Darwin. Unlucky, worth a punt. "10 seconds, Arne saying. 10 seconds. That's it, boys. Come on. Let Shithouse go long from the goal kick. Win the header and that's that. It's all over. Liverpool have beaten Everton by a goal to nil. One step closer, 3 points closer to league title number 20. 8 games to go, 4 wins needed. 1 foot very firmly in the trophy parade. 1 hand very firmly on the Premier League title. Wow. We did it the hard way again tonight, but we got the job done. Clean sheet, goal from Diogo Jota. Stevie G there to celebrate as well. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of a couple of things. 1, check out our sponsors, Manscaped, the Beard and Balls bundle, or anything else that your little heart desires. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20. Use the QR code on screen or put that code in. And also, most importantly, keep the party going. Come and join us the last day of the season, or 3 days later on May 28th. We will be live at the Hot Water Comedy Club for our end of season shows. You can catch the reunion show on the 28th or the last day of the season show. Either way, all the tickets are £20. They're both all ages events, and we do appreciate your support. And I hope you come along. Right. We'll see you for the match reaction in 30 seconds time. Thank you to everyone that was with us tonight. All your kind comments, all the love in the chat. Really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button before you head off. Drop a like on the stream. And again, we will see you in 30 seconds for our match reaction. The Reds have moved 1 step closer, ladies and gents. Liverpool 1, Everton 0. Premier League title on the way. League title number 20. No less than these boys deserve. Well done tonight. 1-0, a clean sheet. We'll take that. We'll talk to you in a bit. Much